Hey guys! Hey! Welcome! Good morning, everyone. Well, good morning. Jesus, I'm so used to saying that at the start of the stream. Happy midnight! Today is the midnight stream! Yeah, we are 12 hours later. Yeah, I said the schedule would be returning to normal. It's not. Well, it is. It is. I'm actually recording or streaming with you guys at midnight today, not because, you know, sleeping's all over the place or whatever, as it was basically through February. Or late January, early Feb. But actually because I spent all day recording with Matt. And it's been fantastic. Sort of. We had a lot of bugs and a lot of errors and a lot of issues, and then they kept piling up, and then we recorded for ages, and then none of it got saved, and then we cried, and then we did lots of stuff. But, so today is like a really good example, actually. Hope you all are having a good day, by the way. Hope you all had a good day. Today's stream is a good example of, hey, sometimes I'm going to prioritize other things over the stream. It's literally like, okay, we usually stream on a Friday. What's more important to me right now? Is the stream more important, or is getting this cool stuff done with Matt more important? And I went with Matt, so. But yeah, I got some basically short plans for today. Not going to be streaming for too long. I am basically surrounded by a lot of stuff. I know it seems like the channel is so inactive at the moment. I know it looks like from afar so little is going on, but really a lot is. Those who have been watching me for a long time, you'll know that, like, before Final Fantasy X began, for example, there was, like, a huge amount of silence on the channel, and then suddenly things just started exploding. We're basically, like, in a preparation phase. Videos, to be honest with you, I did want to start coming out maybe yesterday or the day before, but there's just been so much going on, basically. So many unforeseen issues and whatnot. But, trust me, a floodgate is about to open. I do not believe, as a floodgate, it is ever going to go away. The tides are never going to stop rushing. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's just I'm in a very tricky juggling balance act at the moment. And yeah. So anyway, even though we're a little late with the stream, that doesn't mean we're not going to do it. We are at midnight going to queue. We are queuing on EU. I know I do a lot of EU stuff now because of Zero to Hero. The reason I'm queuing is because I had a lot of fun most recently in-game doing the PvP stuff. I do want to check out a little. I want to show you guys this build while it's still effective because I'm in low divisions. I'll talk more about that in a second. And then we'll go back to Zero to Hero. But I'm actually going to be playing it over here. I've actually got a Minecraft server that I'm running. Nothing to do with YouTube whatsoever or Twitch or anything. But I am actually running a Minecraft server at the moment on my home network. And it means that I get like plus 30 ping when I play on NA. And that is just enough for a stupid, crazy build like this to get really annoying to play. So I'm playing EU. You guys can queue in. In fact, I welcome you to try and queue in against me or with me so that our queue times go down. Because the most boring thing about PvP streams is basically running around in Heart of the Mists. And for that time, you guys can feel free to ask me anything you like about the game, about the projects going on, about anything. I'm pretty much an open book. But, yeah, what we're actually doing here is we're playing a ridiculously crazy bursty Zerky warrior. Because I've wanted to play Berserker since Heart of Thorns. I've wanted to play Berserker, and I've loved seeing the axe buffs keep rolling in. I really like the axe play style, and I wanted to experience that, you know, that crazy smashing people down Berserker kind of idea. And so I basically did what I did at the start of the last season, where I had an idea and I just built my own build for it, and then I started playing it. That's it. Before, I went with a Condi Necromancer, which, by pure luck, okay, the build I ended up making was actually something quite strong in the meta. Not insane, but especially this meta now, it is totally insane because they buffed it even further. But still, and I had some reasonable success. I've done the exact same thing this time, except a completely different playstyle. Warrior, different class, different kind of amulet, different everything. But this time, I'm not expecting this to do very well. This is what I would consider to be an innately flawed build. A really stupid, flawed build. But, well, no, not terribly stupid build. But just a build that isn't going to be competitive. A build that isn't going to carry me through Ruby or higher. But it's a fun build, right? Like, there's a lot of builds like this. And I find a build like this in low divisions. We just climbed out of Amber. I basically played all of those games in one evening yesterday, the day before. Just got out of Amber. This was like, every single game was a win, except like two were losses, I think. I don't, personally, I feel like I did fine on those, but they were so much fun. I mean, obviously it's fun when you're killing people. Hey, thank you very much, Louis. Welcome, dude. Louis, I never know how to say that version of your name, dude. But yeah, it's so much fun. So I really wanted to catch at least one stream where I'm low division and I could show you guys how much fun I have in this. Now, last season, whenever I ended up in PvP streaming, it was sometimes it was alright, sometimes it was terrible, but I've had some crazy awesome stuff, and mostly because I'm running this trait here in Discipline, Vengeful Return. I had a game, and I've actually got the footage of it. When I next start doing Q&As and stuff like that, when all that starts rolling out next week, you guys will see some highlights, basically, I guess, of some of these warrior games. And I had an amazing moment on Kylo, where I basically got 4 procs of Vengeful Return in a row to essentially 1v4 their entire team. And I started on a 1v2, which, yes, is my fault with the roaming, but still, it was so good. Oh. It's a lot of fun. My favourite thing about the build is the way that Berserk works and puts taunt on people around us, which I'll talk about very soon. Yep, I did ready up, Pokey. Thank you for the reminder. It's like Season 1 again. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely, I'm feeling it, guys. I'm feeling the urge to be PvPing, and it's really been a lot of fun. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the high frame rates. No, I'm not sure. But it's just a great experience. This, of course, is a terrible idea, and getting hit by all the chieftain stuff shows that guy's a complete noob. But hey, we're in the low divisions, it's fine, I appreciate it. I do actually like using Bull's Rush just for mobility. Might seem crazy, but I don't think the cooldown's so crazy. I'm actually traded for physical stuff just to make Rampage insane at the moment. And yeah, what we're actually going to do is wait for all of them to zerg off like morons, and then we're going to go in. Tell me if the game volume's too loud, guys, and you can't hear me. There you go. See, they zerg off like morons, and then we can go in. Oh, but Druid is stupidly overpowered. But yay, passive nonsense. What is that guy even doing? Oh my god, did we just hit 15 kills? What was that? That was insane. Alright, so this guy, for example, we can just start berserking. Oh, he had stab up. That sucks. It's just so much damage. I've had games where we've just completely detonated enemy teams. Now, the one thing I don't really like about Axe at the moment is ArenaNet have done kind of a couple of really stupid things that Axe, in my opinion, should be most defined by its burst skill. All right? Oh, my God. Just kill him, kill him, kill him. Eviscerate, all right? That chunky hit you just saw there, that was Eviscerate. A freaking awesome skill. Harkens back to GW1 is great. Love Eviscerate. That is Axe to me, all right? But the problem is the way that ArenaNet set up some of our traits, it's like, okay, you want the Axe Mastery stuff, or do you want Berserker's Power, which is your greatest incentive to use your burst skill? And Eviscerate just doesn't feel too good in current balance versus autos, essentially, okay? The risk of running an Eviscerate or your Berserker equivalent, Decapitate, without it actually critting, and I'm an Assassin's Amulet, it makes it feel really unrewarding to run that ability. Like, really unrewarding. I was actually trying to Berserk before I went into that there. Like, super unrewarding. And I don't know, it's making me a bit upset. Axe is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, and I'm shredding people with it. It is great. But that, in particular, that makes me kind of sad. What's my opinion on gyro this season? I don't really know. I haven't experienced too much of the gyro just this season. I don't know what's going on with it. What actually happened with the balance patch there? Oh, look, it happened twice in a row. Dude, I don't know what you think's going on right now, but... See, like, I just want to be auto-attacking here, because even there, when I managed to get that skill... Oh, my God. What happened there? Oh, dear. See, this is what I'm talking about. The streams, they never go well. What even happened there? How did he burst me down? I should have killed him. All right. The conversation needs to die down when I'm streaming. I think that's what it is. I think I talk too much, and I get myself in. Yeah, I will show the build properly next... between queues, on the next queues. I just had other stuff I wanted to talk about while we were queuing before. I mean, again, like, I really don't think it's the greatest thing under the sun, and I think it will only be really fun in these early rounds where you can just sort of poo on people. But my God, it's fun. Basically, the key component of it is popping Berserk and then slamming into autos. Berserk is giving you, yes, massive damage increases, as you'll see through my traits. Massive damage increases. But also quickness, attack speed boosts. But it also puts taunt on people. And that taunt, that is super important. And the Fury. It's kind of, if you time it right with your autos, you're going to do absolutely fantastic. Now, running Axe offhand is still, as always, questionable. But with the Axe-specific trait, it's actually a lot of adrenaline gain, and adrenaline gain is wonderful because it means you're going to get into Berserk just frequently enough. In fact, I have so much adrenaline gain, I'm often actually tempted to take a different trait, which means my cooldown on Berserk gets reduced. But again, I don't know. Don't really appreciate it too much. So here's how you know you're playing against bad people. They just want a mid-fight and then they just walk off without checking for even a second that someone's coming. That guy's being pursued, so we want to watch him. They've crossed. That guy's going to go back to close, so I'm not going to go to close.
The keep is yours.
So I'm just going to wait at the keep and watch what happens.
Svanir's return.
We are more than enough in the lead for me to take this time here. I feel like the game's a little bit loud. 1 second, guys. Just a little bit loud. There we go. Are you going to do both wings with my Zero to Hero character? That's a great question. I think, yes, I will. I actually think the second wing might be really, really, really fun to show off on the Zero to Hero character. Progress on Zero to Hero feels like it's been very slow lately. All right, clearly nobody's going to the keep, so I'm going to go help this guy score this kill. There, I messed up. Oh my god, why has this happened 3 times to us? That stupid trait. It's like it's only procced on us. Oh. And also, Druid Staff is the most OP stupid thing in the world, I just want to say. I love Rampage though. Rampage is fantastic. How did he put weakness on us? Ready? We're going to kill him with a rock. Ready, 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 ready? Oh, come on, man. See, that weakness, it didn't even crit. That was like an ugly eviscerate. I know it scored the kill, but that was like, ugh. I don't know. And the gap close doesn't feel like it's quite enough for me to feel really satisfied when I use that ability. I'm just not sure. Is this a 4v5? It feels like a 4v5. Someone on their team is doing really bad. Necro v Necro in mid. I'm guessing one of them is going to respawn and cross though, so I'm just going to watch the beach. Oh, I was wrong. So I don't know what exactly is going on in these early games. And our Necro lost the 1v1. See, in hindsight, it's 2020 though. See, why? Why their automatic weakness? There you go. This is kind of the great situation you can be in. You can have a body down state, and then you just pop Berserk and just cleave over the bodies. Fantastic stuff. I, of course, have Zerk stance, and he's clearly doing Condi damage, but yeah. And if you just watch on the right, guys, you're just going to see, like, my character's name over and over and over again, just getting, like, the hits. WP is a nature magic trait. What is it? When I crit him, he gets free weakness? I mean, weakness is too strong for that to really feel fair in any way. See, here we can hopefully make something work. Oh, that's a different player. Oh, crap. No, we're done for. We're done for. We're done skis. We had our heal sig interrupted. No. Friggin' chill damage, that was. That sucks. I didn't realize it was a 2v. We might actually be okay because of Vengeful Return here. Ready? Yeah, we're alright. Unless he gets rezzed. No, he didn't. Nice. See, Vengeful Return's great. I've been very tempted to swap away. One of the trait lines I could swap would give me Signet Mastery, which would make me unblockable, and that would be really, really, really useful in my Dragon Hunter matchup. Like, ridiculously useful. Really nice. But, dude, I cannot give up Revengeful Return. I've had too many cheesy kills with it. Is he, Signet or Stone? I don't really care that he popped it. It's fine by me. No crits at all there. 2k on those non-crits? That's pretty good, by the way, but... Yeah. I don't know, I find that in the early ranks, like, I didn't really earn that win there, by the way. I didn't really do anything. It had nothing to do with the build. I didn't rampage. I didn't... Well, I used a skill, but I didn't do anything amazing. Alright, so we'll talk about the build in just a second. Protective Ward. When you receive damage, nearby foes are weakened and you gain protection. Oh, I actually do remember that, yes. When you receive damage, nearby foes are weakened and you gain protection. So, can I pop that? If I treat it like an invisible Aegis, can I pop it with like a throw axe from range? It will pulse the protection and the weakness, but I won't get hit. Question, is FFX2 all recorded already, or do you still have stuff to record? I've still got stuff to record. There's actually an episode of X2 went up about 2 seconds ago. And, oh, that's something I need to check, actually. And that is the last that I've got done so far that's up. So one of my jobs tomorrow actually is to do a bunch more. I probably have about 3 more weeks of X2 As in 3 big sit-downs worth of recording. And I don't know where Lucata Tower fits in with that, the last mission place, but we'll see. Are we connected to regular wooden potatoes right now? Or wooden potatoes 2? Let's have a look. Oh, sorry. I'm going to leave here, guys. Oh, well, the game forced us out. That's fine. Connect. Wooden potatoes. There you go. So now anyone watching X2 will know that we're live. Okay. Let's go in again. And yeah, so that went up. That's the last episode. I still got a lot to record. That's got nothing to do with what I was making with Matt, though, by the way. Apparently it's still in processing, so it will be up soon enough. I didn't know the WP was a transgender potato. I know, right? There's no wood and there's all lady. Oh, yeah. Every 15 seconds, it's 4 seconds, and you put weakness. Yeah, and I believe that's actually, the way it's tiered, it's quite a no-brainer choice, right? In Nature Magic. I don't think it actually competes with anything amazing. Is the next vid coming up? Oh, X2 is uploading at the moment. I have a great idea and a really cool thing that I want to record with Boots that I was going to today, but I got hung up with Matt all day. So that's going to be coming. Probably the next video I want to do, though, Guild Wars 2 video, I want to be the Guild Wars 2 mystery video. I want it to be that. So I think that is what we're going to open up again. Next time you start seeing videos, it's going to be cool. It's going to be very cool. There's a lot of stuff that I've been working on that is all going to come up. How do you think Guild Wars 2 will fare against Black Desert? I think they're very different games. Someone posted on... Oh, wait. Let's talk about the build before we start talking about Black Desert, shall we? All right, check it out. So this is what I've gone with, okay? I've gone with a strength rune. Well, a set of strength runes. There are obviously other choices. If you have a ridiculous amount of confidence, mastery in the build, and assurance that you're going against noobs, only then would I suggest you take Scholar. Scholar's actually pretty interesting on this build. What you can look at the taunt as is almost like your Scholar protection for a second or so, but this taunt actually makes people hit you too. Obviously, Bull's Rush is going to help you, and Shield Bash, but honestly, I don't think Scholar's that good. The rune I actually wanted to run, the set I actually wanted to run were Ogre runes, but it looks like they've been removed from PvP. And despite the fact that that impacts me negatively, I suppose, because, oh, I wanted to run those runes, blah, 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 I actually like that they've been removed because it's just more random AI stuff, and it's not very distinct from Scholar in the first place. So, anyway, I've gone with Rune of Strength. We do have a bit of Might generation enough in the build. Whenever we weapon swap, for example, we get Might, so not counting other sources that will come from other people and just get splashed around, so... Where's my Norn Pink Warrior WP? I don't really like PvPing on giant Norn because unless it's like something slow and bunky. I know people can use standardized enemy models and stuff. I really like Asura animations. Specifically, I like actually turning on camera shake. This is the only place with an axe on Warrior. I really like it. Yeah, so that's the only way I would run Scholar, because you're just going to lose it too much. Strength, I think, is a fair, comfortable choice that fits the build we're trying to do. Maybe there are some other things. I was on Zerks for a while, but I got sick of missing crits. That was previously motivated by my playstyle, where I was using more Eviscerates. Perhaps this could be swapped back for Zerk. But since this is so many smaller strikes, I would rather run Assassins, I believe, anyway. Marauders, of course, is also a solid choice, but you've got a high amount of vitality, and at least for now, you don't have to be too try-hard. The double axes, I've got Air and Fire. The second axe is absolutely questionable. I mean, the skill 4 is really meaty. It's a big hit. You would be surprised. And then the Fury can cover you for a great Whirling Axe. Whirling Axe is insane adrenaline gain, especially if someone's downstate. A cheeky little balance stance Whirling Axe is really cool. I've seen Whirling Axe go up to 16,000 damage. And when you do that through quickness with your traits, that doesn't take very long to activate. The axe main hand is great, though. You could do some kind of a mix where you have, like, axe shield, and then over here, sword. That's what's kind of fun about Warrior, the amount of things you can swap around. And then on my other set, I've got sword. Sword main hand, I really do believe is important. At first, I wasn't running this. I was running mace because I wanted to, like, lock people down, and I thought, right, well, what I'll do is I'll improve my 1v1 ability with the mace. And the trade-off will be I roam a bit slower. But honestly, that is just not a trade-off you can make. It's just not. This is just way too slow. Not even Signet of Rage for a bit of swiftness. Just no. Like, it was way too slow. Sword is indispensable in my opinion. And I got a shield to complement it. So that's what I've got with the gear. It's also Hydromancy energy on here. Lock people down with a bit of chill so I can maybe land a final thrust. The other cool thing people run is you could go like Berserk and then accuracy over here, and then the final thrust is guaranteed your crit. Not accuracy, intelligence. That was always a fun thing from previous warrior builds that I kind of liked, but that was a long time ago now. Not too long ago, but it was a long time ago. Anyway, moving on. So then I just went with the YOLO stuff, right, guys? Like, I've gone Berserker. So first of all, we get Fury, Quickness, and Swiftness when we Berserk, which is great. We get increased Condi damage and damage when we get into Berserk mode. And X, actually. I didn't realize that. And then our stuff. But for the actual traits, we remove Condis and break stun. That is sort of questionable. Maybe you could reduce the cooldown. But I think the Condi cleanse is not... Like, I've only just started playing with this, so I could get better, all right? So I think there's more play to this. I think this is much smarter, and especially the stun break is super important, so I'd much rather run that. Blood reaction, shit ton of ferocity. The others aren't super useful anyway. Dead or Alive might be, I don't know. The way I've been playing, I don't think I'd often get Dead or Alive to help me. And then Bloody Roar. This is super important, the taunt. Learning to play with the taunt is super important. I mean, stab and might, whenever you break a stun, and stab in Berserk mode is cool.
The match starts soon.
I don't know. I haven't tried Eternal Champion, but the Bloody Roar helps me kill a lot of stuff. Then we got a fight between Burst Mastery or Heightened Focus. I've gone less with the F1s now, less with Eviscerate, so I turned Burst Mastery off for Heightened Focus. Quickness when people get low, that complements the Berserking quickness. Destruction of the Empowered, I freaking love that thing. I remember when I used to play super tryhard DD Ellie, we used to like have a comp where it was 2 Shatter Mesmers, 2 DD Ellies, and a Bunker. This was years ago. This was like the first Christmas of the game. I remember H-Man blew me up on his warrior while I was on that Ellie build, the DD Ellie build. I'm just going to pop all my utilities here. Oh my god. Outrageous. This is what I'm talking about. We got detonated here. Oh, if he can keep me in the running, I will vengeance. I will vengeance. I swear to God. No. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't have vengeance. That rezzed the guy when it didn't have to. We lost the mid fight because of me there. Yeah. All right. It's because I'm talking to you guys. It's because I'm talking. I'm not focused. I'm not playing properly. Anyway, I remember playing that Ellie with a ton of boons on me, and I got blown up. Like, instantly. And it was Destruction of the Empowered. And then I started actually running with a warrior who used to really like it. And I don't know. I still like the trait. I think it's a cool trait. Alright, anyway. They're going to try and steal boss. I'm just going to go straight back to mid. If I can get a 1v1 there. One of us crossed. 2 of them over-rotated. So me and the thief should be able to take mid here. Yeah, they've all bailed out. That's ridiculous. Alright, how about we don't... I'm actually not too bad with Dragon Hunters, usually. He just wasted all of his stuff on me, so... I'm guessing the guy that over-rotated to their close is going to come across the beach and then come to our close point. A friend of mine just won a 1v1 on our close, which is good. Okay. Alright, we've just... we've put a good foothold back in the game now. We just won mid and we won close. They didn't even need me for that. Once again, I'm getting carried. This is great.
The keep is yours.
Yeah, 10-2 is up. Yeah, there won't be a thumbnail because I uploaded it from my other PC, which doesn't have access to it. It's just what's so annoying about the Guardians, the Dragon Hunters, is the amount of blocks that they've got. I just have to play defensively for a while, and then I'll be fine. We just have to pop the Aegis, first of all, with our throw axe. And then obviously not be a moron that just runs across the node. Like my thief just did. Good job, dude. Oh, there's 2 of them. I wonder which one it was that had really hurt me. Oh, he gave me the resistance. Oh, what? This is so lame. Why did I had aggro on 3 of them there. It's just so lame. Hopefully he can't... Oh, he jumped me too early. I can't get that. I would have killed that guy as well and rezzed. Alright, yeah, Black Desert. So, I saw posted on the Guild Wars 2 subreddit yesterday. Some guy had heard, obviously some YouTuber he liked, who who had been ranting about how, in this YouTuber's opinion, supposedly World of Warcraft endgame was never about raids and was never any good, and it has the worst endgame in the world. Which I disagree on several levels with the guy's discussion, and
Your enemy took the mine.
and hold on, guys, hold on. I actually want to play well. Just give me a second. Oh, of course I can pop resistance to ignore the weakness. I don't play much weak resistance-based stuff. See, this is so annoying. Do you know how much damage... Oh, what? Come on, man. Do you know how much damage he mitigated there just from a cheeky little block like that? It's so annoying. Alright. Yeah, we won a 2v1, guys. Awesome. Anyway, I disagreed on many points. But one thing, the reason this YouTuber was doing this video was because he was actually talking about Black Desert, and he was talking about how Black Desert offered so much more end game, blah, blah, blah. And I do very much agree with that sentiment, which was the main thing in the video, okay? And this is the idea that if you design a game...
You've taken the mine.
Man, this is so annoying. What's going on? That was our Dragon's Morph. Thank Christ for that. Look, Dragon Hunters really aren't too good to fight. And we're against two other ones. And I really do agree with that. And that's something totally contrary to Guild Wars 2. So if you guys are playing the game now of let's compare Guild Wars 2 to Black Desert, because Black Desert's the newest MMO. We did it with Blade and Soul, and now we're gonna do it with Black Desert. Right, if you have to do that, I would just say they are completely different games. So the idea is, you know, Black Desert is a fully persistent, open MMO without, like, some crazy teleporting or queuing or stupid systems like that, which Guild Wars 2 has always lived and breathed. Waypoints everywhere, accessibility out of its ass, random, arbitrary teleporting into the mist so that you can PvP and all this kind of stuff. You know, the guy that was talking about World of Warcraft raiding, he was saying vanilla raiding was so good because, like, you actually had to all meet up in a town or something originally, and then you had to all walk there, and as you were walking there, someone might have got ganked, and there were adventures to be had on your way to places, and then everything gets streamlined, and accessibility features basically remove what else there is in the game, and the entire world becomes unpopulated. It doesn't matter. Guild Wars 2 is the extreme of that. Guild Wars 2 prides itself on that. That is Guild Wars 2. I hope you're all proud of me for dodging that true shot. That venomed true shot. Well, I'm not going to 1v3, obviously. Is he going to stealth us? I've been playing so badly this game, and I should feel a lot worse. Oh, this is such crap! No, the Dragon Hunt is still hitting us. That guy is Kungan, and he is one of the best WoW players in the world. That doesn't matter to me. Okay, sure, he's qualified to talk about WoW. And I think he was right. Like, the core thing he was saying, I think he was right. But here's the thing. Guild Wars 2 prides on that. Black Desert, he's right. Black Desert looks like it's, you know, more of that classic kind of proper explore, travel. All the PvP is integrated seamlessly into the game, so it's more interesting. There you go. There's the true shot dodge. Just don't go into the trap there. This is so annoying. This sucks. I suck. I haven't even managed to get my fucking...
You've seized the henge.
And of course he had that tiny bit of stab. Ugh. We're losing because of me. This sucks, man. I haven't had a single game like this for ages. I'm just running around wiping against Dragon Hunters. Why is it? There's 5 people on their team. Why is it my engagers of... It's because I'm not paying any attention. It's because I'm talking about other stuff. But every single time I've engaged on them. So silly. Anyway, but yeah. So I think Black Desert's cool, but I don't think, you know, it's a discussion that really you should bring to me because I don't know very much about playing those kinds of games. You want more VR things? Actually, one of the most impressive things I saw about the Oculus for a long time was, I mean, this thief's killed me twice with pistol, so he's gonna think he's fine now. I love how he's running immediately back to, we're at the spawn, obviously, so...
Energy level too low.
The keep is yours. They took the henge.
Oh, did we get it? That would have been so good if we got it. Oh, we didn't get it. This sucks, man. Wipe this game from the record. This has been the most disgusting, terrible play I've made, like, in a long time. We have a solid 2 cap. As long as I don't keep wiping, and if we score a single boss, we might actually still be in this. Read some stuff about that, about Black Desert Online too. It seems like the perfect game if you want to be immersed. Exactly. Yeah, no, the VR thing, right? Honestly, one of the most awesome videos I saw demonstrating how VR could be done well was somebody had, and I now know better. I know that, you know, you really can't retrofit VR into games. But, I knew there'd be traps there as well. This sucks. Oh, well, we'll get the newt, and this should actually help us. Now, if I don't lose a 1v1 here, or if I don't get swarmed, we might actually be okay. But yeah, it was fantastic. It was Black Desert. It was just a guy exploring it with his headset on. It was really cool. I think some of the trailers I saw of Black Desert ages ago were really fascinating as well.
Give me something to pump. You can't stop me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We popped the signet. Wait. We're tankier with this. There we go. There we go. Oh my God. Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The keep is yours.
All right. That's it. That sealed it out for us. Thank God for that. Guys, I pulled my way at the very end. I promise I was deserving of that win.
Seize the henge.
But hey, guess what, guys? It was the Guardian again that arrived.
Is victorious.
Black Desert Online is like, you do your fishing, you travel on the road, run some trade packs, gank players, hide in bushes, craft a boat with the materials you gather, then sail to an island. See, I still think there's a problem, just in general with MMO players, where they seem to think the MMO has to catch them and their attention till the end of time, otherwise it's not good. You know, like that comment I just read from Deathmore. I'm not saying Deathmore said anything wrong or was being rude or anything. It's like, someone says, hey, should I play this MMO? And, you know, you'll get a seasoned player of the game says, oh no, all you do in that game is raid. Oh no, all you do in this is this. Oh no, all you do in this. Ignoring, like, the fact that they had thousands of hours. Like, I don't know. It's like, if I quit Guild Wars 2 today, in 3 months' time, if someone says, should I play Guild Wars 2? You know, I wouldn't turn around to them and say, no, it's a terrible game. I ended up quitting it, so obviously it's not worth playing. I wouldn't say that to them. I'd say, oh, no, I got, you know, 8,000 hours out of it before I quit. Go for it. Or even if you only get... I mean, I guess it depends on subscription. What's the business model of Black Desert? Isn't it buy to play? Need some 5-hour energy, or am I set? What do you mean? What do you mean 5-hour energy? Let's see if Final Fantasy's up now, shall we? It is. Good.
Are you really going in?
That's my video, guys. Just need to put the thumbnail on that. There we go. We got LeBlanc with a delicious cleavage out. It's buy to play like Guild Wars 2. It's buy to play and pay to win. It'll end up... See, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I find it so hard to trust... And is this racist? I don't know. Based on examples that I've seen before, I find it very hard to trust Asian grinder... Asian MMOs that are now going to become grinder experiences, pay-to-win experiences, and experiences that I'm not interested in getting involved in. Right? Like, I find it really hard to play a branch of a game that's simply just being localized, right? Like, their primary audience is not me, so they're never going to cater to me. They're never going to... You know, I would find it hard to identify with them with the direction that they're trying to put the game in, a lot of things. I just feel like it's more of a risk, right? Like, if I went into WildStar, I feel like it would be less of a risk for me to go into WildStar than it would to go into Black Desert, even though Black Desert may be a way better game and have a way bigger audience for way longer. So March 8th. What's happening on March 8th? I don't know. I feel like just a lot of MMOs, you just should go in there and play it and experience it and see how you feel. And I'll be honest with you guys. I have been desperately itching for a long time now for a big fantasy open world explorative game where I can really just dive into it and feel lost. This is going to sound like a really terrible example because the game I'm about to tell you guys is not a great game and will not be remembered, will not be written in the annals of history or anything. But there was a certain magic I used to experience all the time, and I don't want to believe that just because I'm older and just because I've played more games now that I have to be jaded from it, right? And so I remember back when on my Xbox, I remember getting I remember Two Worlds, the original Two Worlds. Two Worlds 2 I never even played. I don't even know very much about it. Hell, I know barely anything about the original or about the first Two Worlds either, let alone Two Worlds 2. But I remember so clearly that feeling of like a nice big RPG, an exciting new world that I could explore and, you know, really just got stuck into, right? And I haven't had that for a long time. I've had some great experiences, and I've had some really intriguing and curious cool experiences, but nothing on that open world level of feeling, right? Like, the most recent time I think I sort of felt it was Grimrock 2, but that's still not the same open world. Like, I remember feeling that for when I first sat down and got familiar with Bethesda games. That feeling where, even like Fable 2, I remember feeling that when I was, even though Fable was a series that rapidly dropped off in quality. You know, Guild Wars 2, you might think, oh, WP, surely you got it for Guild Wars 2. I didn't, really. I got it a little in Heart of Thorns, but betas ruined it, and Heart of Thorns was piss poor. It was tiny, guys. It was like, there's no open world, there's no exploration, there's no feeling of going in an entirely new world, and there never will be for Guild Wars 2 in the first place, just to be clear, because I know so much about the game anyway, and so on. Like, it's not, you're not going to have that. But even at launch, right, like, I'd played the betas of that. I'd followed every little bit of information about it, you know? I don't know.
Hold on to your point.
So the idea of just jumping into an MMO like Black Desert, right? Or Blade and Soul, that I just really don't know anything about, and just have a world to explore. It's cool to me.
Here's return.
If a bit, you know, unrealistic to expect I might do. This is great. Yeah, let's jump them. I'm happy to jump them on the roads. Oh no, we taunted each other. No, that stupid freaking druid ability. Ah. Last choice when they get away like that. See, this is the problem. It really can't gap close for a lot of builds. There you go. There's a 7k hit on the skill 3. That's what we want. Alright, fine. The bristleback can taunt me as well. Interrupt it. Throw another rock. Ah, man. What killed me? I get it, the last chill proc killed me, but still. I had to interrupt the gyro. Might be able to vengeance, make some play somewhere. Oh, why with the shroud, man? Oh, God. Oh, that was actually perfect. We killed him with a bleed tick. This isn't a Condi build. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that that's a Guild Wars 2 problem. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the game. Yeah, you're right. It's because I was too entrenched in it. I've played it loads. Of course you're not going to get that new magical feeling. I didn't say any of that to be a detriment to Guild Wars 2 or to put the game down. Fucking feel. Ready? Alright, or you can just strip all my resistance. That's cool. The one thing we obviously don't... Well, maybe it's not obvious. Oh, this is making me crazy. What's my other guy doing? What's he doing? Seriously, what did that Kiena guy do the entire time? I appreciate it looks like I ran in and died, but I was engaged on a guy that had almost no health. Blade and Soul is a heavy and PvP environment. I hope you enjoy it. To be honest, I'm not really in... the thing is, right, like, there's maybe an alternate version of me who is, you know, like, 500 pounds... is depressed as all shit, has absolutely nothing going on in his life at all, and just sits around in a literal basement somewhere playing MMOs all day, every day, and actually has the time to dive into all of them. But that's just not me, right? And it's so far from me these days that... Oh, fine. No, don't you run in now. Alright, well look, I've got Berserk stance. We might be able to make some plays, because he's low.
You've seized the head.
Interrupted the hill. Come on. Of course he's got a full bar of Shroud. Of course he has. What are they doing?
Getting help.
Ah! There you go. They're definitely both dead now. There we go. They are. All right, let's get out of here. We've got to make some plays elsewhere now. Hopefully those two on close kill the Chief. We actually had an NG win mid, which is great, and we had someone delay on far. This isn't lost. This is actually a big swing we're about to see. If I can get to support that Rev, we might be all right. Bladen Star is PvP opt-in. I have heard that it's basically just a lot of PvP reliance. The Rev's got an okay amount of health. He hasn't got either of them low. Maybe he didn't want me here. I'm not really sure. Nope, not accomplishing anything. Rev's going down, maybe? I don't really know. Come on, I procced the...
They took the hand.
Oh, the stupid taunt made me retarget. I'm furious at that. What? What was that? That's outrageous.
Still smarter than you.
We might be able to vengeful return him.
I'm back and brilliant.
I'm wounded.
Adrenaline at max.
I don't know how ArenaNet thought, honestly, that staff ability wasn't overpowered. It's too late. How come Warrior? Because I was having fun on it before today, and now I'm having a little bit less, but we're okay. Honestly, Druids can just move too much. They can just move too much. It's completely ridiculous. I mean, that guy was okay for using the staff to get away, then quickly weapon swapping, then also nailing me with a point blank shot. Well, we 3-capped. Again, I feel like I'm not really contributing to any of the advances of our team. That guy saw me and got scared at least, so he knows he's not in for a great one. See, and that taunt was frustrating. None of that would have happened if the taunt hadn't swapped my target off. It's not what I would call a fair way of dealing with things. See, no crit, and it's like, why did I bother doing that? Why did I bother doing that? And friggin' Decapitate has lower base damage, so why, like, not only does it have lower base damage, but out of every game I've played so far and how high I've climbed on the season, which isn't too far, I've never actually landed a Decapitate that had the AoE component interact with it. I haven't actually had that happen. And that's not just because I'm bad, that's because it's friggin' finicky and stupid to get it to actually hit. This is okay though here, we'll be alright on this one. But do you see what I mean? Do you see how the autos are just like the main thing you want to do? Why would I bother you? Throwbacks? Oh, he went that way. The 4 is great. The 4, honestly, the amount of kills that I score with the 4 is fantastic.
Adrenaline at maximum volume.
Great. Do you have any guesses about what lore on the Salvation Pass might be about? The Massart, of course. Massart plus a little bit of, yeah, about sloth. A little bit of sloth action, yeah. I reckon it will open with us going to a cave, or the cave bit won't be important with the rest of it. We might find that the bandits have been throwing people into it, though. There's obviously no point in me being here for 2v1. So now one of them feels stupid because he came over. I actually have never properly 1v1'd a Rev, so we'll see how this feels. What did he block with? I don't understand. And now I've got no way of gap closing. There, he's going to mid. Ugh. Alright, good. That's fine. He must think that one of us is at mid. That's great. That's fine by me. What I'm umming about here is whether I should have rampaged to get there quicker. We're just popping both utilities. I know it's stupid. We should do it more situationally, but still. Ah, the elixir. See, do you know what I mean? It's just like... Ah, and this guy's going for the other guy. Do not want retail hitting me there. Come on, dude. Oh, Jade wins was insane. Jade wins was mental there. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, we won the 2v2, but again, I'm pretty sure nothing to do with me there, unfortunately. That guy was just way too tanky. Irritatingly so. Oh, and the guy's back. Obviously, he's back. I'm just getting ready to shield bash if we need it. No, what? What happened to... Here we go. Why can't I hit the other guy? How did the final thrust miss? Why? Oh, now he's going to be angry with me. All right, all right, all right. I'm sorry, dude, but I got to bail. Never mind. WP, have you taken discipline? Because if you did, your deck decapitate does more than it should. 7% isn't enough to make it feel good. That's what I found so far, basically. 7% isn't good. It isn't enough to make it feel worth using. The only time that I'm feeling like it's worth using is if I need it for that tiny little bit extra gap plays, but that's rarely giving me the payoff I want. It's just sometimes it does. Well, we can try against this Herald. It's 2v1. Why have I got perma chill on me? What the fuck?
Your team is victorious.
See that there? You see the blocking that he started there on his crystal hibernation. If I was running arms, what I could do is Signet Mastery would have just procced when he hit 50%, me to be unblockable, and then he would have started blocking and I would have just killed him in the crystal hibernation. Played for 3 years, final thrust always misses. Sometimes it hits. I know it's a clunky as shit skill. That would have been really nice to hit. That's the problem with Sword. Both this and Rip, to me, both of them need quality of life improvements. I'd increase the base damage on them by about 15 to 20% each. And they need more reach, right? 130 range is, you're joking, right? Like, you're having a laugh for the amount of time that takes to swing in. But buff those and you would see Power Sword become a bit more of a thing for PvP. Final thrust always hits, but never crits. Well, yeah, that's why you'd run intelligence here. In fact, to tell you the truth, I'm finding geomancy on the sword is a really stupid idea. I mean, I considered it when I originally put it on, but basically, the idea is geomancy, oh yeah, you can lock them in and then hit them with the final thrust a bit better, but ideally you'd have the geomancy on here, but on here, you really want the fire in the air. Well, I do anyway, I don't know. Also, that's geomancy, not hydromancy, because I'm a moron, so there you go. Little bit of, wood and potatoes idiocy right there for you. Do we really want intelligence? Is intelligence going to work? Hold on, let me actually try it with hydromancy then. And maybe then we'll see it work. Oh, do you know what? That's why we killed him with the bleeds before. I was wondering why that happened. That must have been why. Yeah, Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. Well, it didn't come out. A trailer came out about it. Where I believe we saw a single Pokemon in development, sort of. I really want, maybe this is me being an old fart, but I really want the Pokemon franchise to stop having, stop adding so many new ones. I would have them only add about 50 to 60 new ones each generation now, and then make up the numbers by adding megas. I would like that, because then there's less, I feel more and more out of date every generation I don't play it. It's a shame Black Desert Online doesn't have PvP arena systems that mean something like WoW. It has arenas, but they're open world and you need to physically travel to them. See, that's the thing. That's actually what I think a perk of the game. I think that's understanding your game well. I think for a long time, MMOs, well, I don't know. This is going to sound so stupid, and I can't qualify this statement, but I honestly feel like MMOs have put in so many accessibility features, they have diminished what it actually means to play as games. I think your veteran user base is always going to ask for things that you shouldn't actually cater to, you know. Oh, I want to be able to instantly travel to all my dungeons and queue into them instantly through a raid finder. Let's do it. Right? Because they can't be bothered to wander around anymore because the actual experience of playing the game is getting more boring to them. But then you cater to all that stuff, and I don't think it's a good idea. Your new players who wouldn't have been bored by the travel, then don't get to experience it at all.
Let's get this over.
Yeah, Bull's Charge is just a bit of mobility. I'm sure there's other things I could run. Like, honestly, I just sat down. I was like, let's make a really stupid, like, you know, warrior. I mean, Sundering Leap might be interesting. .600 range. Bulls is 900, isn't it? Hmm. It's not a CC though. I'm gonna say on Bulls for now. No Heart of Thorns run to Legend. No, I'm not going for Legend. I never even got it last season. I'll probably go up to Ruby again this season and then leave it there. My plan is to play a few more classes though, so. What's so special about BDO other than it just being another MMO coming out? Well, I will say for years now, Black Desert Online has sort of been on my radar because, first of all, I have a friend who talked about it basically around the launch of Guild Wars 2 to me. And it's just one of those games that, you know, has been causing ripples long before the release was even anywhere near the horizon. So you know that it's got some heads, and that's very important for an MMO. What's my opinion on WoW? Why Guild Wars over so many other MMOs? I think actually I'd really enjoyed WoW if I'd played it, but I didn't because it's a subscription fee game. Anything I say about WoW is just Chinese whispers. Hey, I've heard from someone else this, or I've heard this, I've heard this. I played probably a grand total of like 5 hours of WoW in my entire life. I will say, in all honesty, World of Warcraft is... If you take a look at 14-year-old me, or however old I was when GW1 first came out, that guy, that version of Wooden Potatoes, when he sat down to play Guild Wars, I think he was actually looking for an MMO more like WoW. I think WoW was the game that he wanted to play. And Guild Wars had all these things that I actually think that a younger version of me didn't really appreciate, didn't really like. Like the waypointing system and like the heavy instancing of everything back in Guild Wars 1. So I think, you know, if you'd given that younger version of me the opportunity to play WoW, he would have got way more into it. And the current version of me as well, I think I would probably enjoy it, but only because it's different. Because I've been so entrenched in this franchise, this IP for so long, where it does things the ultra accessible way. I am longing and hankering for, you know, something that doesn't do that. I only just started queuing. Someone asked what tier I am. I'm the 2nd division at the moment. We have to be careful. There's the Endure Pain. Yes! Oh, I'm so happy with that. There we go. That's usually how things go. Don't you guys lose mid now, not after we just pulled that off. No! Why? See those traps? I'm sorry, the traps are OP. No, 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 no. See, it would be like that to get the wave strike, but that's not going to hit. Oh, look, 1 billion blocks. No, 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 what are you lot doing? I'm clearly the only one on the team that should be running away from the body right now. Oh, nobody go close then, no? Yeah, one of the reasons I do play Ellie, there are 2 big reasons. The biggest reason is the style of Ellie I like to play has not been particularly viable or fun for me. in a long time.
Taking the graveyard.
The other is people just recognize my character name and hammer for me hard, and it sucks. Especially on that kind of build, it both goes in. I reckon I'll be okay against this guy. Yeah. But actually, it's not because of the wooden potatoes thing necessarily. By the way, when I used to be really into PvP, the community wasn't that big, and people knew lists, right? Like they really did. They didn't know it as wooden potatoes. You'd be shocked at how separate the PvP and PvE communities were, and even to this day, sort of still are. Yeah, I got resistance, bro. Oh, of course you have a full bar of shroud. Of course you do. That's fair. Oh no, oh no. Why is he pushing me? You realise you got 2 friends over there, right? You realise this? I'm just watching for the gun flame to... Yes! 19k! 19k! Holy crap! That's on a high armored enemy as well. Holy crap! It's because people sort of used to like. I remember there were a lot of games. Like I remember actually specifically, one of the things that made me happiest was I won a 4v5. We had 4, they had 5. We won the 4v5. And it was a competitive-ish team anyway. We were 5Q versus 5Q. It was back when you used to basically never get a Q because nobody was around. Anyway, we won this 4v5 against these people who were trying hard and were fully in TeamSpeak. Anyway, one of them was streaming. And I didn't really know who any of those people were. But the awesome thing that that happened was it was Forest, and I used the Ice Bow 4, back when basically nobody used this, okay? Can I just say, I'm going to be a hipster right now. It was actually a Bursty Scepter build I was running, but I had the Ice Bow on there. This was a long time before most people used it. I used to and I swear to God, this is going to sound hipstery. I used to run with a thief that would, you know, like steal in with the 5 before anyone else was doing it. I remember doing it, and then we had a lot of fun. We played really, really well with that. Well, we never did very, very well, but we had a lot of fun in our games, and we pulled off these neat little moves. And I remember, like, 4 months later, we queued into, like, a game with, you know, a lot of quite recognizable PvPers. And, you know, their thieves had been doing it too, and their guards were doing it with judges and stuff. And I was like, man, this sucks. Now everybody does it. Anyway, I Ice Bow forward and just cleaned out the entire team. It was basically like, you know, quadra kill equivalent from any other game. It was a lot of fun, but we won this 4v5. I went back and watched the stream, and in their TeamSpeak, when I wrecked their entire team with the Ice Bow, it was a team effort, right? Like, we had our bunker was holding their focus and so on, and I'd been buffed by some other people. When this happened, like, they were all like, God damn it, I hate that list guy every game. Every game it's always list does it all the time. And I was like, yeah, I get recognized. Anyway, so I used to then hate, I'd have too much pride, and I'd hate getting owned by people in PvP. And slowly as the meta changed, as ArenaNet continued to increasingly and incessantly adding stupid, free, passive weakness, like weakness changed to affect crits, for example, and then all these ridiculous things started getting blown out. Defy Pain became like, everybody started running it. There's just been so many changes and so many irritating things that eventually that build I love to play, it was just impossible. It was dragging our teams down back when I used to try and play it properly, let alone as the meta continued to shift. And it just fell away from my feet, and I ended up hating it. I hated every game. It was not worth the stress. It was not worth how intensely I had to play. Didn't have the teammates anymore, and that's why I don't really play on my early. This is a funny game. Yeah, it is pretty hipster of me, but I genuinely do believe we used to have something really good going on. I don't know. The devs just never balanced in the way that I think would have made the game most fun. There are a couple of casts out there of me competing in tournaments and stuff. One I remember was on this map specifically. I think Blue was casting, and we were over at like this gate. I can't remember who it was that I detonated. I think it was Google. See, Google used to run very, very, very glassy, very spiky stuff as well. So we used to have a lot of fun, like fighting against each other. And like he used to run this old cheesy lastness strike thing where you'd proc the start of the lastness strike and then you'd blink in at the end and you'd like really slam people. And yeah, it was just so fun. It was just so castable. It was so entertaining, so watchable. It was just like these huge explosions. Suddenly someone would be dead. Had all these cool spikes that I used to be able to do. And I just got more and more upset when I saw other people catching on to stuff. And I got more and more upset when other Ellies started playing spiky stuff too, and everyone was like, oh, you run blah blah blah's build. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. I was doing this way before this person was. Yeah, I'm full on hipster smelling my own farts. I know. And I need to stop. But it would really, really, really make me upset. And it still does. I still get annoyed. And there were certain rotations, like blinking in and spiking with you could arcane power. You didn't even need arcane power, depending on your gear setup. But blinking in to kill someone with the force of a lightning flash, an arcane wave, maybe an arcane blast as well. Not an arcane wave. Magnetic wave, sorry. And rotating into air with a scepter, so then you get the air 15 strike plus the air 2. That plus a geomancy. Geomancy was a sigil that a lot of people used to associate with Condi. Geomancy is when you weapon swap, you do three stacks of bleed to people around you, but it also could crit, and it also used to do a lot of damage. And I used to pull off a lot of really sexy spikes, instant activation spikes, where I had all my binds set up, where from 900 range I just instant, and I would honestly I'd blow up any thief just instantly in a second. But then the thief would catch on, and then you'd start playing cage, and you had these really cool like mind games. And for what it's worth, one of the things that I ended up hating the build was thieves could just counter you easily by just stealthing. All they have to do is just SR and then just go at you at their leisure and so on. But I remember seeing someone do that as well. I think it was a World versus World video when I finally saw it. Someone was doing that rotation. I never knew anyone else did that rotation. I'd always kept that close to my chest. One of the reasons I didn't do like many YouTube videos for a long time was because I really cared about some of the stuff I was doing on Ellie, and I really do believe I was doing it before a lot of other people. It's just that these things weren't working in that meta, and I should have given up and gone played a fucking Hambo or something, but I never did. And I remember getting really sad when I saw that. There's a lot of stuff, and it's just like, that could have meant something. I could have been known as the guy that was doing that, but it just didn't work. Someone, Kinetic TV says, I remember you doing stuff like that way before anyone caught on, so I can understand being irritated by it. Well, I appreciate that. I really don't think I talked about too much of it, because I really did care about some of those rotations. I spent a long time. I pretty much practiced any kind of cheesy, hammy, Ellie spike going. The very first one that I got familiar with was Dagger, which, by the way, is completely stupid, and you should never run if you want to be remotely viable. But it was Dagger ages ago, like maybe 9 months after launch. There was a funny thing you could do where you could blink in with lightning flash in the middle of an earthquake, right? Then the earthquake would hit your target and knock them down. Then while they're knocked down, you immediately swap to fire attunement, pop cleansing flame to put burning on them, and fire grab, and in 2 hits you'd kill people. It would go boom, and they die. That was the first super cheesy thing that I started, and then there were just all these different versions. I used to have like multiple different ones committed to muscle memory that I would use depending on my opponent, because of that magnetic wave one, for example, that doesn't actually work on any other class unless they're also a glassy Ellie or like a thief. They have to be extraordinarily squishy for it to actually work. See, this is so frustrating. We need to bail. I'm taking too much damage. Maybe we can get that NG? No, no crit. No crit. They're all on such high health. Actually, the Necro isn't. That warrior's still going for me, though. We still got a few seconds for Berserk. Damn it. Wanted my shield. Unless somebody comes and CCs as well here, we're not going to get anything. Nope. No stomp. At least that guy hadn't tagged me. Thank you. You could have been known as that guy, but you didn't make a YouTube video about it. Yeah, because I didn't want everyone doing it. That's kind of the thing. Actually, one of the most fun things I ever have done in this game, like, team-wise, as in, you know... Oh god, we're blue. That's awful. In in terms of like team synergies and stuff, there actually used to be an extraordinary amount of synergy between Shatter Mesmers plus Burst Ellies. A Shatter Mesmer could stealth the Burst Ellie because they've got such huge downsides, right? Like if you're Scepter Focus Burst, you are so immobile. There's a lot of things. But like they could support you in so many ways. Having like a Thief to pocket roam with as well was really, really nice as well. Especially if they shared like a Bassy Venom onto you. Oh, deadly. But like the you know, Mesmers could set up a spike so beautifully. Lots of immob. We used to run with as much as possible. There have actually been 3 separate teams that I've ran in before. Where's the guy that was with me a second ago? Why has he stayed up there? He's immobed?
You can't stop me. Endurance deficiency.
We might have this. We might have this, guys. He healed. No, we might have it anyway because he had to stop to heal. All right, we have to CC now. No, 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 no. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Rage at almost ready. You can't stop me.
Dodge the fear when it comes. Yes, got it. Nice. Woo! All right. Oh, and a free hit. Good, that makes it look like I've contributed more than I have. All right, they still have double cap on us though. Stillness in 30. But yeah, one of the most fun things I've ever done was roaming basically with a Mesmer and specifically yeah, we're gonna be 2v1. I need to leave. What? Why am I getting hit by a Necro? What the fuck? That was an NG. Was a Necro on the node? Oh, random dodges are fun, aren't they, guys? Right? Why am I still getting condied? What is going on? Was he just free casting on me that entire time? Is anyone at stillness? Did we take stillness or did they? I think I roamed really awfully there. I just can't make any. I can't accomplish anything. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. I'm being chased down now. Ah! Stop respawning, mate. Stop respawning because I'm too bad to get away from your spawn. Block my ass. Oh no. What? I hate that. I hate getting caught on no health for so long and all I can do is kite. This is a good example of this build being terrible, by the way. Wow, you'd never expect me to play a warrior in PvP. No, I find it fun. I find it fun if I'm not playing trash. This is pretty awful, for what it's worth. We're going with the resistance right away because I'm anticipating some weakness. Oh, that was terrible. That really was trash. And no crit. And he waited all that time.
You captured the altar.
Almost ready. Vision impaired.
The chill's gonna kill me here, I think. Yep. And he got rezzed because my team's nowhere to be seen. This is okay. This is actually 2 in a row we're gonna do. We're gonna vengeful return this guy now.
I'm too smart to be down.
This sucks. Where's my team? What are they doing? WP doesn't even finish down players. Yes, I do. What are you talking about? Right there, I couldn't because he was going to fear me. So I had to dodge roll.
Tranquility has
And I didn't have a stab up. At least I'm fairly confident I didn't have a stab up. Right. They're probably focusing on Trank too much. I actually think Steel is far more important.
the enemy.
Come on.
Get them.
Ah, of course he got it. They always get it.
Rising. Almost there. Adrenaline is full. I'll destroy you all.
You've got the temple.
What? We have stealth. How tanky does that Ellie want to be? I can't believe I just balls rushed to get around that. Look at this chill. This is ridiculous, man. It was a fucking shambling horror. Oh, I'm not having any fun. This sucks. Yeah, we lost this pretty much because of me. I just know that I would be doing a lot better if I was on a better build. Oh, you were joking about the downstate thing. Oh, alright, okay.
Gaining adrenaline. Getting help.
See, what is this?
Still smarter.
Not finishing down players means they're just sitting there. No one else is around to raise them, let them low. That's rotting players. Yeah, that's fine. That's an absolutely fine part of the game. Anyone can choose to let themselves die. It's not like you're forcing them to stay there forever. I feel so crap. It's like we're losing and yet the team is clear. People are trying quite hard. I don't know whether it's just because I've been in
Your enemy has the gate.
really bad rotations.
There's the power. Gaining adrenaline. Adrenaline.
Your enemy has the temple now.
Alright, finish him.
Accelerating.
One down. Dude, where are you? What are you doing? Why have you spent so long on that necro on the wall? I can't be in there on my own. What? I get it. You're low. Fine.
Too low. Never felt better. A powerful combination. I'll destroy you all.
Now, there is kind of a funny. There is kind of a funny warrior build I've seen some people running, which look, they're just 5 people bum rushing their mid node, and we don't have what it takes to push them off. I'm sorry, but downing 3 people in a fight like that without any momentum coming, I'm leaving.
Invigorating.
I'm not doing a 5v5 in there just to fuck about for so long.
Stillness has appeared.
Let's get stillness and take their close. And they have to. Basically, this is the winning play right now. Sometimes you have to make a risk, otherwise you're just not going to win at all. And the risk here is I had to leave to Newt to get stillness, and they have to win the mid fight too. If I stayed and fought there, it wouldn't have worked. So I know I just left them in a 4v5, but if I didn't do that, we would have lost anyway. So this was the only thing I could have done that could have helped us. Now they've just wiped in mid, and they didn't win the fight. So now, of course, the benefit of TeamSpeak is I could have coordinated with someone else to do that.
You've got the temple.
Hey, WP, opinion on why people want Ascended Armor so much in Raid? Because people are morons. That's why. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you get kicked from a Raid because you don't have Ascended Armor, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. You're missing out on idiots that are going to struggle on Veil Guard for 4 hours and blame it on some stupid, dumb stuff. I really, really, really wouldn't give a damn about Ascended Armor. Trust me. Opinion on WoW Legion. Oh, the Legion's awesome, man. I really like the Isles that we're going to be going to. And that gliding class, right? Oh my god. Wait, isn't there like a double jump class or something? It's so cool. What a badass cool class. It's a shame there's no races with this one. Is there? There are no races, right? Yeah, tell them to stick a hot metal rod up their bums, yeah. Yeah, I got kicked from a raid because I didn't have Ascended gear even though I have the Eternal title. Yeah, I mean, that's just stupid. Well, you know, ascended gear is different to ascended armor. Ascended gear is important, and trinkets especially are very easy to get. And you're a moron if you think that look, here's why ascended armor, here's why ascended gear is actually a good sign to have, right? A lot of people aren't pinging it because of the asking for it because of the statistical benefits it offers you. People are pinging it because they want some proof that you've played the game a reasonable amount. You actually understand what's going on, all right? If you don't even have ascended trinkets, yeah, I'm going to kick you. Not because I can't carry you through it, but because you're clearly a super noob. Or either that or you're refusing to play your class that actually does have the better gear. And you're just a selfish dick. You know, I don't care which camp you're in. If you're selfish or if you're a noob, it doesn't matter. I'll kick you. Right, that's more what... And when it comes to Ascended Armor, that is the only thing of value it offers for pinging. I've played this game enough to get Ascended Armor. But, you know, if you're looking at someone and they've got 27,000 achievement points, or they've got the Eternal as a title, maybe as a bar, or that you know, that you're looking at them and they've got like a friggin' loads of stuff, then they have merits. They've obviously played it or not. It doesn't matter if they only have exotic armor. The main point for me, though, while it's valid, that people... I think it's valid. If someone asks, hey, do you have ascended armor? I think it's valid for them to ask for that just as proof that you've played a lot. That's fine, and I can see that. But I still, even with that in consideration, don't believe anyone should ever be in a place where they are min-max... Where, like, if you're struggling in a raid, okay... And that's when you ask, because you're struggling to raid, people to ping their ascended armor. That's where I start thinking you're a moron. Because I think, honestly, there are a million other things that you should be looking at, like your comp, and specifically the way people are playing.
You're dumb. You'll die and you'll leave a dumb corpse.
WP, I made a Berserker build guide on Meta Battle. It's called Shoutbreak Sage and currently in draft. You can check it out. Yeah, I interrupted myself. There's a really cool Berserker Condi build that I've seen a couple of people running. Most people are like wanking off over Gunflame at the moment. Which, yeah, alright. But I think that's even more gimmicky and messed up than what I'm trying to play. But that Condi build was certainly very interesting. Unfortunately for the guy that was playing it, like, he absolutely exploded my bar of Condis. But unfortunately for the guy playing it, I had this thing here, and he has no way of corrupting or stripping. So, ArenaNet need to add some better Condi runes that have a bit of play there. There needs to be more... I'm not going to rant about that. A lot of people are in the World of Warcraft mentality. It's hard to get people to understand that MMOs play differently. Maybe it's World of Warcraft mentality. Maybe it's people coming from there thinking, oh, I need the best skin. But, like, seriously, if people can 6-man Gorseval with no updrafts, I'm pretty sure, what is it, plus 16 power on each of your teammates because they have ascended armor, isn't what your problem is. The problem is the 4 dead players worth of damage. People really just need to learn how to play their classes. And I know that sounds, oh, I know how to play my class. I know what all the skills do. That doesn't mean you know how to play your class. Doesn't mean you know how to dodge at the right time. It doesn't mean shit.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Do you know what? Because we've been having so much luck elsewhere, let's actually go for it. Now, I see he's triple signets, so we're going to have to time... Oh, God, I don't want to talk about what just happened there. Oh, what? I never swapped that, though. That's outrageous. I never swapped that. I never weapon swapped. We're only in Berserk mode right now because... Because it weapon swapped me and I would have lost. I actually prefer that he downed me there. It heals me up more. The alternative would have been like messing about. There we go. My ping doesn't allow me to raid properly. How low is your ping? It depends on the build you play, by the way. Some builds are really easy. Daredevil is ridiculously easy at the moment. It's just auto all over the place. All you have to do is focus on the encounter. So, I think you're going to do okay if you try that. Ha! Well, hats off to that guy. I'm not going to be able to do anything. Not while I'm getting trebbed as well, so I'm leaving. He had a really good engage on me, and I'm getting trebbed, so... That should have been enough to offset their team and help us get a foothold elsewhere. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It looks like they had a person crossing who did just as well as I did crossing against them.
Enemy captured the windmill.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Low division thieves, baby. That's where this build wrecks. There you go. And that guy didn't see me. Oh, he did. We might be alright, though. Shield. He's got unblockable marks. Of course he does. I'm running a staff, so I have to use the staff traits. We wasted our resistance, but this is going to be a 2v1, so I'm happy to engage it. Fucking blind. I'm gonna decap. Why isn't that? What are you doing? How are you almost dead? What is this? Bro, why did you stealth me? Oh my god. Why have you...
Almost ready. You can't stop me.
Did you forget I was here or something?
Mill captured.
Oh, he wasn't... Oh, he was.
There's the power.
That had best go through. If that doesn't go through, I'm going to be mortified. Alright. I hate people that earn low divisions. Like, it's easy trashing bad players, but playing with bad players is really even worse. That's okay, just leave me here on far where they'll respawn and charge me to self-res. Great plan. Thing is, I have no confidence he's actually going to contribute in mid either. Yeah, low division thieves, it works both ways. Yeah. Oh, no. What? Okay. Oh, what the...
Enemy captured the mansion.
Pull through.
Accelerating.
I really...
You can't stop me.
Nah, the weakness. This isn't good. No. Vengeful Return might save us. He has stab, though. Took him a while to get in, but... No. I think what was really annoying about that fight there... First of all, the glancing blow on the Eviscerate was really frustrating. But second, my Bull's Rush in, he managed to get the Mark 5 on me, and it not only did it fear me, but it feared me at Bull's Rush speed away from him. I didn't realize that was a thing, but that's fucking stupid, and it moved me really far away. I might try some Condi Warrior, but the main reason I wanted to do this was just for some massive meaty hits. Oh look, our low division thief did good there. Given how he played earlier, I don't know whether he's going to handle this too well. We've got resistance for when he tries to fear us away. I can't do anything about that, unfortunately.
Windmill captured.
Sure, I'll randomly fight all of them on the road. That's fine. What are you doing? What did he just do? Bros, I mean, I'm gonna go for it. Ready?
I'm back and through.
No. Ah.
Windmill.
Why do they always have all of their cooldowns up? And a full bar of Shroud. Necro's too strong. No subtitles only, or now have? What does that mean? I'm just going to wait till I get a better computer and a better location for network, then I'll start raiding. I will say that having bad ping, I can really understand putting you off of raiding before the gliding change, because that was awful. That was truly awful. Yeah, just the problem isn't the condis that they put out. The problem is the boon strip, the mobility, and the stability all together. They just went too far with it.
Enemy captured the
I know it's all very exciting when you're about to buy Heart of Thorns, but honestly,
Gaining adrenaline.
See, and it's just like all the health that they get. As much as Necros will love to say, well, no, we don't have any survivability. What? No, we don't have 2 health. But they do, and they do have survivability. How much stab do you want, bro? Quick, finish, finish, finish. They're going to be bad and they're not going to do anything. Oh, what? Oh, he was using the goddamn elite. Yeah, and the other thing is, like, we had no Necros for years, alright? And one of the reasons is because kind of the Condi, lots of ticking style play stuff, that actually isn't very fun to go against at all. We started midnight today, guys. Oh, look. We have a player who lost a 1v1. What a shock. And I'm going to be in a 2v1 here unless I'm careful. No, he doesn't fancy it, alright? You roamed terribly. But yeah, like, you know, sometimes there's a reason that things aren't buffed. I don't know. I had a lot of fun last season on my Necro, but I feel like it's been pushed a bit far now to the point where it's just like, Yeah, the mobility is too high. Honestly, I would half the distance that Death's Charge works, and I'd rework the trait to double the distance of Death Charge if people go with Augury of Death on their Grandmaster for the Reaper instead, and that would force them to make an interesting decision instead of the chill. And so then you'd actually see the power Necros have the bit more mobility, and the ridiculous Condi Necros don't. I think that's a pretty elegant solution, but hey, what do I know? All right, bro, let's try it. Let's do-si-do. Let's go.
Gaining adrenaline, almost ready. You can't stop me. Through. Never felt
better. Reckless dodge there. Oh, that was fantastic. See, this is a fun build. Reckless dodge killed him. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Never mind. That was awesome. It gave us some adrenaline, though. I mean, I'll watch their far point. We trip capped them. This is not an over game. Despite the atrocity I went through earlier. Thief already bug out? Yeah, they did nerf the chill a little bit. And again, that's something I disagree with from a PvE standpoint. Oh, cheeky. Cheeky monkey. Alright, here we go. We're going to do a slightly different rotation this time. Ready? Alright, sure. I'll rampage with no stab. That's fine. Interrupt that. Throw the rocket in. Yes! The homing rock. Oh, yeah. See that? The only reason I got that was because of the taunt pushing him into me. I love the taunt on the rampage. On Berserk, sorry. Alright. This guy's going to push. We're going to hit him on the road for some free damage.
Rage at maximum.
No overload.
I can move mountains.
Main problem right now? Where is all this Condi coming from? What the the Condi Necro. Now watch as he strips that resistance. I've actually got 3 players hitting me right now, which sucks. Yeah, I mean, I've had some insane rock kills. One thing I haven't been doing very well on the stream so far is, that's quite fun, is Berserk Rampage straight away and throw a rock at someone. And you can get some ridiculous, like, one-shots. You can do, like, 9k with that. It's awesome. It's really, really, really cool. One of the highlights I have that I kind of want to throw up on YouTube is, why have we got a Necro just sitting around on close doing nothing? Is like a ridiculous rock kill. It's quite funny. Alright, Zerg down on close. There's a thief in front of us. He's been pinged.
Captured the clock tower.
He's low. Get ready to balls rush him when he's... Oh, he went in? Okay, fine. Oh, that throw axe. That did... There we go.
Adrenaline rising. There's the power.
Why was we... What moved us there? Who's going for the stomp?
Enemy captured the mansion. Attack by target.
There's the taunt. Nice.
Destroy you all.
Earth overload won't save you from this pain train. See, I just think Decapitate was just so poorly designed. Like, really.
Adrenaline rising.
People weren't looking for an AoE eviscerate. That's not what Axe was cool for, and that's not what it's being used well for on Axe builds.
Rage at maximum. There's the
Oh, he interrupted it. That was alright.
almost ready. How's that? Endurance deficiency. Give me something to. You can't stop me.
Ah, I had to leave because it was going to be 2v1 again. We might get this. He's not going to go for the stomp at the very least. Ready?
Preposterous. Still, barely.
Clock tower
There's
captured.
the power.
Final thrust will never hit. It will never hit. Final thrust will just never hit. I'm angry. And do you know what's really frustrating? The fact that the sword burst just does nothing for me. Just nothing on a build like this. You need the sword to move at all. And it accomplishes nothing. Another just problem with Warrior that I just cannot get around. I reckon I would have been alright against that guy if I hadn't been forced to push out. I think Necro was in a good place last season. Honestly, I think Necro was in a good place. I don't think Necro needed to be buffed. I think, well, if any variant of Necro needed to be buffed, it certainly wasn't Scepter. I think Scepter was in a fine place. I really don't understand where the whole let's make Scepter autos remove Condi came from. I don't see how that's fun counterplay to start. I just don't see why that was called for in any way. And I really do think that that's the crux of what pushed it over the top. So, I don't know. Anyway, next queue is probably going to be the last, guys. Only because we started so late today, and there's lots I wish to accomplish. So. Bloop.
No.
No. Oh, and I've...
Endurance
Don't even,
deficiency.
guys. I don't want to talk about it. What? Why did that miss? What happened there? Have I got some weird combat setting messed up? Is that skill retargeting? Is that what that was? How's Warrior treating me? Some really fun games, some really insane cool moments where the build can shine. A lot of shit and not playing well and suffering and having to put in too much focus for Wisworth. Builds on meta battle are fairly accurate, yes, I would agree. Dragon Hunter versus Rev in terms of OPness. I don't know, I think they're both everywhere. But, did we ever fully go through the traits? I think we did.
lesson to teach you.
Dragon Hunter versus Rev for O-penis. What? Is that supposed to be opinions? And you typed penis with an O on the front.
Accelerating.
Dragon Hunter is basically a one-trick pony. I wouldn't say it's a one-trick pony, but I definitely would say it's like it's angled in that direction. Yeah, I'd say it's very specific what it's good at. For what it's worth, though, I think that's what's important for the game. I think the Dragon Hunter build is a healthier build for Guild Wars 2 than the Revenant builds. Why? Simply because it's more distinct, more counterable, more understandable from a spectator's perspective, from a player's perspective. Warrior was struggling a lot last season, and I presume it's struggling a lot this season. Right now, this build that I'm playing is basically only well, today anyway, has only been doing okay against thieves. You're just on a time limit, right? Like, you're always on a timer. The one decision I could change is remove the taunt, but I need the taunt so badly. If I did that, then I could get stab, take off balance stance, run endure pain. I could also round it out an awful lot by going defense and taking defy pain. It's kind of stupid not doing that. Defy pain is probably going to save me and win me more fights, and team fights specifically, than vengeful return would, which is basically the comparison you're making there. Not really, you are only thinking of the trap build. I can make my Dragon Hunter unkillable, not even using bows traps. Well, that's bollocks. You can't make an unkillable Dragon Hunter. You're a moron. But it's nice that you think that with your, you know, your results playing in Amber. That's very nice. I would also say because of the age of the Rev compared to Guard. Wait, what do you mean? Revenant's a newer class, yes, but what does that mean? Thank you. Thank you, Failbolt. I think I look quite pretty with my lipstick. Right, what we got? Speaking of Dragon Hunters, we got two. Oh dear. Since when is WP a goddamn savage? I'm not savage. I'm not being mean. I'm sorry if I'm being mean. Need a color change, don't you think? What, me? What do you mean? I think I look wonderful. I think I'm just the right color. The complexion of that potato is actually probably quite close to my uneven skin. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't look that dirty. Karen Lat says, hey, WP, love your videos and stream. Thanks for teaching me so much about Guild Wars 1 and 2. Hey, no worries. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. We should set up some better playlists. You should have seen me last season, the saltiness. Yeah, last season, though, I was doing really well. I carried so many fucking games and lost so many games. I like to think there's like a dev out there who's looked at my, like, you know, on the database, looked at my match history and looked at how I've performed and stuff. And they're like, no, he didn't. He sucked. He did this wrong, and he did this wrong, and he did this wrong. And they're just like, okay, whatever you say, bro. But I feel like I did well. And I lost anyway. Not on this character. Season 2, this is a little bit crazier.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
Alright. Watch for crosses. I guess I'll go to mid. Hell no, am I going to be the first one on the node, though? Didn't see anyone. Going around their back line. That's fine, yeah. If that thief wants to push up, he's being super aggressive.
Your enemy took the mine.
How did that miss? How did that miss? Somebody explain that right now.
You've seized the head.
Alright, that's the OP Necro dealt with, basically. Or I can just randomly get CC'd like all over the place. That's also fine. Right, we got the stab stomp. We got Berserk up. Let's rampage. No, there we go. That's 2 down. Kick him away from the body. That's... Revive. Go for the res. I'm getting gun flamed right now. Or we all are because it's AoE. That's scary. No, I wanted to jump. Damn it. I wanted to jump up there. Actually, can you do that on Rampage? Oh, that's totally not working. Drop down, bro. Drop down, drop down. Pick him up.
The keep
That's
is
it.
yours.
If I could just get a bit of adrenaline. There we go. Could taunt him down. Oh, no, never mind. He jump dodged off. Well, whatever. We got mid and close. Just watch for crosses. There's one crossing already. Is anybody going to notice? It doesn't look like it. I'm going to have to be the one. That guy's not chasing us. He's going to get the newt. Oh, I can't 1v2. We got another warrior coming. Is this going to be a 1v3 though? No, it's going to be a 2v2 on close. Me and a delayed warrior. Necro didn't see me, so I'll get against the dragon hunter. Stab it up straight away.
Give me something to pummel. You can't
Where? What are you doing? Hurry the fuck up! Oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy. What did that warrior do? Somebody explain.
Took the hen.
What goes through a person's mind like that? And it's gonna have a picnic away off the side of the node. And I'll let you kill them both. How about we do it that way? There we go. Then we'll just plus one them all. That's fine, right? I like it, guys. Retail sucks. I should be immune to... The axe trait should be you are immune to retaliation while wielding axe. There you go. Put that on that Grandmaster. Maybe then it'll look a little bit better. I'm solo queuing, Casey. Not necessarily because I want to... Did that thief just come towards us, or did he go down that hall? I think he went down the hall. Not because it's a thing, just because that's what I did today.
accelerate it.
Okay, somebody explain why that dragon's maw went off, even though I clearly interrupted him in the middle of it.
Yours.
I'll destroy you all.
There we go. The dodge roll kill, baby. Oh. Warrior, too fun. Too fun. Seriously, that dragon's maw was crazy. What was that?
Your enemy took the mine.
I don't know how he managed to get that off. Is it instant activation? Because lol, let's just, you know, more uncountable stuff. Look, this is a foolish idea, me going to mid. I'm going to watch the beach cross, just in case. I mean, they have been splattered on our home node a few times, so I don't know why they'd come. They're going to come because they're not very good at the game.
Svanir's return.
Adrenaline is full. Can't stop me.
Woo! I knew there was an explosion coming there. I knew it was coming. Ah, alright. Can't say how that would have gone if he wasn't outnumbered. The dragon's maw went off because there was a significant amount of OP-ness somewhere, really now. Look, he's just doing it again. What is this? What is with these people that just rush far all the time? Does he think that, like, you know... I mean, he might win this 1v1 in a second. To be fair, he might even jump me on the road. Yeah, okay, good. I saw your dagger. I saw the short bow. Oh, come on. That would have been the greatest eviscerate. That would have been great. He's probably coming back now. No. Oh, God. He went up to mid, did he? Oh, no. I messed up bad here. Mid may have just lost because I didn't push up quick enough. I spent too long farting around with the thief.
The keep's been
Shit.
lost.
And that's how amazing.
Yep. High vitality character? What? Crazy OP elite specialization stuff? What? Yeah, what's going on March 8th? Why do people keep talking about March 8th? Why does our warrior just go back to our close node? What's going on there? Has he got a thief on him or something? Oh, he's 2v1. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, I'm coming. I wish I'd known. See, that's the kind of thing where, alright, he's already dead, so I don't know whether this is smart me to engage at all. Maybe it is. Let's try it. Let's see what we can... Alright, don't go off. Don't go off then, Shield Bash. That's fine. That's totally okay. I didn't need you to go off or anything. Yeah, we did get the rampage. We did get the,
They took the hand.
No, full bar of Shroud, obviously. Nope. Oh, that's the new raid wing. Right, okay. See, I didn't even know. I'll have to tune into Point of Interest and figure that out. We're now losing. I feel like I've basically accomplished nothing the past, like, 4 or 5 minutes of the match. And it's pretty much my fault we're not winning. Wait, don't cap their far and then Zerg away from... Oh, well, mind you, he is a thief. He wasn't going to do anything on there anyway. I'll come to watch respawns and cover it.
You've seized the henge.
You can't stop me!
Nope. So what exactly went on there? A thief capped their far, went to boss, didn't do anything at boss, watched me get killed, and then what? It went to mid where he didn't have to be. That was already won. Is that what he did? Or am I crazy? Oh, you watched guild chat and you didn't see it. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. I keep messing it up. Yeah, points of interest. I know, guys. All right. I know. Well, for once we find a dragon hunter that doesn't have Aegis already. Should we just gang up on this guy, the thief, that's clearly pushing on this one?
Adrenaline is full. Accelerating.
The keep's been lost.
I'll destroy you all.
There we go. Oh yeah, let's actually try and get AoE. Oh, never mind. See, even when they're downstate bodies that are never going to move, I basically just can't use the F1 to get the AoE component. What's the point in it? What you're saying is exactly how I feel when I play. Yeah, I'm pretty salty, what can I say?
You've taken the mine.
You know, as much as I want to go through about 1 billion Aegises and blocks against 2 Dragon Hunters on my own, I think I'd rather let them Zerg to their close node like idiots. Actually, hold on, we got 2 people. Necro's pushing. I could support him if he wants. I was going to go close, but... Random Dragons more. That's fun, right? Oh.
Your team is victorious.
Adrenaline at maximum volume.
Alright, we'll do one more. We'll do one more. One more. I still get the same way. I'm on a 6-win streak, and I get the salty win. I'm certainly no winner that. Alright, last game, guys. Here we go. Your new mailbox comes March 8th. Congratulations on your new mailbox. I hope you're excited about it. That's a very much middle-class white person thing to be excited about getting, but that's fine. But yeah, I mean, I have big problems gap closing. I just wish, and the sword set is it just feels so useless in so many ways. I mean, other main hands we have available aren't even that enticing, right? Like, the other thing I could do is just go axe shield. And then on this set, just change to something completely different. I know I don't want to go greatsword, though. I know I won't find that particularly fun. I know that sword offhand really didn't feel particularly fun either. But, like, axe shield and then axe sword is kind of an interesting idea. Mace definitely wasn't what I wanted. I mean, I just can't change this main hand. So it really is the offhand that we're looking at. I mean, an axe offhand... Sword, mace, axe, shield. It's just odd. I don't know. Just nothing about it seems particularly fun to me. And that also reduces the power of our Grandmaster trait, right? Like another reason why that feels weak. Because now we only get 150 ferocity instead of the full 300 bonus. Am I more of a boob or a butt guy? Boob. Definitely boob. Oh, it's confirmed on Reddit, apparently. Anyway, good night, Fire Drake. I'll be following you to the land of not online soon enough. What's your opinion on the fair use on YouTube that's been a big thing these past couple of days? I think it's people are getting up in arms over nothing and just looking for things to riot about because they think that they can make a difference when really they can't and it doesn't matter. I think in all honesty... 95 out of 100 cases of people getting taken down on YouTube because of fair use are perfectly legitimate. And they're just upset. A lot of people have really stupid ideas about what fair use means. They think, oh, you're allowed to play 30 seconds of music and it's still fair use. And it's not. It's still illegal and you shouldn't be doing it. And YouTube are more than welcome to take your video down over it. Or someone else is more than willing to... I mean, but that's not to say the content ID system isn't non-functioning. I wouldn't want to come out and, you know, attack people who are trying to make some positive change. I mean, how hilarious would that be if I rambled about that and then one day I get all my stuff pulled down and I do all these angry videos? It's just... Alright, I'm a little bit cynical with some areas of the world. And what I honestly think happens now that there's a bandwagon about it, I honestly do believe this... and it's so obvious. What I hate seeing is audiences playing into the hands of YouTubers. Like, people are quick to jump to their defense and stuff. Basically, what you see is at the moment, because people are so willing to get up in arms about it, audiences in general, you know, you could have a regular YouTuber who gets some kind of a copyright notice and they're like, oh, I got to get rid of that video. Oh, I can't monetize that video anymore. All right. And they would have dealt with it. They would have just moved on. They would have dealt with it. I'm not saying that it's a perfect system, but they wouldn't have caused an uproar about it. But now, oh, look, I have a single copyright claim against me. I'm going to make a video complaining about how upset I am and how YouTube is shit and how you guys should all help me out and tweet about this and this and this. And you just see all these people who just, because now it's a bandwagon. So now it's like, oh, look, I can profit off of this. And what I really don't like that, right? Because I really feel like it's an excuse to be sleazy. Like, I saw a video where someone was calling the companies claiming against him sleazy. It's like, yeah, you're a sleazeball yourself. You're deliberately taking a shitty situation and you're posting constant videos about it going on and on and on just because you know you're going to get a rise out of dipshit people who love to get up in arms about everything. And you're just going to capitalize on a shit ton of views that you get there. And hey, maybe that's well within your rights because you may have lost some monetization efforts. But it's just one of those things that I really get very cynical whenever I see that. I hate people doing that. I can't stand all these stupid YouTube channels that... there's a news story and they have to jump on it and they have to, you know, cover it even though they have nothing interesting or worthwhile to say or anything of note, or they can't relate of note. They'll concoct some stupid story to make themselves look like the victim just so that they can make a quick buck off of the views they'll get off of it because the internet is so ready to be outraged over YouTube at the moment. That shit pisses me off. So, yeah, they're trying to make it, you know, the general thing, sure, you know, go for it. If you think you can make a change...
You've captured the quarry.
But in general, all I see is people just trying to take advantage of stuff to their own gain. Take advantage of other people's goodwill. Act like a victim and you'll get people who pander to you. There you go. Have fun. It's annoying. I don't like it. Don't like anyone who acts a victim like that. And I think that's what you see in most cases at the moment. People just feel comfortable doing it because, hey, X did it and they got all these views out of it. Anyway. Yeah, I'm bitching too much. Yeah, I know. It's a very cynical thing I'm saying. It's very cynical. It's the kind of thing I imagine one day. Hello. Ready? Oh, no. Press your skill 4, you moron. If you don't get yourself up, I'm holding you personally accountable. Oh, he's a thief. We're just going to kill him. Oh, of course he has weakness. Of course he does. What? Why wouldn't he have weakness? Why? How did he apply blind? Oh, my God. Why hadn't you even hit the thief? It's okay. We got Zerk stance coming up. Can get rid of this. There you go. He's not going to do any damage for a while. This is outrageous. How is this guy so tanky? I need to leave. I need to leave. Ah, see, a 3k crit is not... A 3k crit when I dodge roll for 1k crits is not what you want to be seeing. It's alright, we got Berserk. There we go. And, you know, like, the quickness on Berserk stance gave warriors a bit of a place. But, oh, guess what? We're going to nerf that for completely unrelated reasons because of Chronomancers. And we're gonna have the nerve to say it adds more play to the downstate. Did you hear that on a recent guild chat? Oh yeah, we thought that there wasn't enough play to the downstate because people get quickness stomped. Fuck off! There was more play when there were more things that interacted with it and more ways to counter it and more things to consider. Like cooldowns don't exist, like everyone genuinely did. Please, you're removing play by removing those things. Don't package it in any other way. Really ridiculous. And how you can get such warped backwards reasoning. Ready? Final thrust. No, it never lands. See, do you know what I mean? This is Benny Hill. This is Warrior these days. Oh. Cleave. Cleave. Where's that guy? Where is he? Oh, he rezzed his friend. Ready? Ready? Bulls rush. Now. Or don't hit him at all. That's fine. Oh. Do I pre-order games or invest in Kickstarters? Not often. Not out of some like, oh, I'm on a brigade against it or anything like that. I do, for what it's worth, believe that early access games tend to end up shit. Whether because the devs wanted them to or not, it's just the way that the world works. You don't give all your biggest marketing and excitement on your game when it's in its shittiest state. And I do think it's quite obvious that early access shouldn't be as big of a thing as it is. But then I'm a big believer in the market will give what the market will give. If people want to spend money like that, I would, on early access games, that's their prerogative. And early access game, I would caution people against it. But I'm not going to, you know, try and create some big thing stopping it. It will stop on its own when the market realizes, oh, these actually aren't good. Or it proves itself and early access is good. That guy just double dodged and got CC'd. There we go. Gotta love them skill 4s. Berserk. What's going on? What was that? He must be lagging. He is lagging. Ready? The boulder! No! Burn and retreat. That's not fun. See, if we'd crit on more of those, we would have been fine. This is why we're assassins, in case you were wondering. Because all of those needed to be crits for us to do well. Ready? The boulder? Oh, he's way too far away. That's mental. That was the most ridiculous attempt I've ever seen. WP, I have a dream. One day you'll land final thrust. Well, what about that one? Yeah. I had quickness for that one. Will I be playing any horror games in future, like Layers of Fear? Oh, maybe, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you'll have to, just in theory, I don't know, might be a nice idea to go to youtube.com/visualwood or /user/visualwood and maybe give that a cheeky little subscribe. I don't know, maybe.
You lost the waterfall.
Kickstarter game once, never heard of the developer again. I'll tell you the one early access game that really sticks out in my mind is kind of the poster child for how bad early access can be. Ready? Cube World. Cube World I actually really enjoyed, but is a great example. A developer who has no interest in communicating ongoing development for the game and has no interest in doing it at any speed at all, has already earned his buck out of it. Couldn't handle the pressure of actually being an indie developer with, you know, a significant amount of people following him, and dropped off the face of the planet. It was a good game for what it was, though. I think it was a really good game in terms of like how it handled open world. Wasn't scared to go big. Wasn't scared to open the possibility a player might get bored to do some really interesting systems. And by that I mean a huge world with immense biomes that would take you a long ass time to explore. I'm just zerging close there. That's silly. For what it's worth, Cube World, the developer, did start talking about it again recently. I'm sorry to the guy on far. I played like a noob. I played like an amber noob. I know. And I would be playing like one to go and try and save you now as well. So I'm just going to wait here, my friend. We've got a double cap. Oh, I really want to... He knows I'm here. He must know I'm here. Here we go. Ready?
My mobility is impaired. Adrenaline at max.
Oh, no! Yeah, shield bash kind of counts. Kind of counts. Who's that? That other guy just went... Yeah, I was really scared there because of the other guy. There we go. Now we got our friend. I wanted the final thrust there. That's what I was going for, and it just didn't quite go. It didn't land. More weakness. I should have waited a second for that. I could have... You finish him off. I could have rampaged before coming in. Berserked before I came in. I don't actually know whether berserking before a rampage is smart. I actually don't. Oh, yeah, sorry. Cube World, yeah, the guy did start talking after years. He did start actually talking about the game again. It's true. And you actually can't buy it at the moment, which is a pretty interesting story. Obviously, the bandwagon's gone for it, but... you know, it's a great example of early access messing things over. I, as a consumer, didn't feel like I don't feel like I personally regret my purchase. But from his perspective, no one's ever going to be as interested in Cube World again as they once were. So what's his incentive again, tell me, to keep developing it? See, just randomly stripping my only counter to everything he does sucks ass. Oh, come on. I want the final thrust to kill him. Oh, not the shield bash. It's supposed to be shield bash, then the final thrust. Damn it.
You lost the graveyard.
That was okay. I'm going to go another one. This is how I get when I PvP and I'm enjoying myself. It's another one, and then another one, and then another one. Yeah, there were a couple of screenshots of future content. Anyway, it was a fun game. It was one of the few games I properly sat down and played with Matt that had nothing to do with, like, YouTube series or anything. We just played it as friends. Actually, I tell a lie. It kind of did have to do with YouTube series. He's obviously been finding his feet with what he wants to do on YouTube for a long time. And before he really settled onto these weekly reviews, which I've believed for a long time and continue to believe are going to be his best bet, he was actually doing a series called Press Start, which was first impressions. Which is going to sound crazy, the idea of the series, when you then hear one of the things he did for Press Start was Cube World, and we played it multiplayer for, like, I don't know, at least 12 hours worth of game time, maybe more, just me and Matt playing that game together. And then we ended up doing, he did a Press Start out of it, and we did like a gameplay kind of video together where we just sort of played it for a bit. YouTube is hard, streaming is easy. Well, streaming where you don't say anything and don't do anything is easy. And you're kind of allowed to do that if you have a real face cam. But since I have this stupid, like, oh, I'm a potato gimmick, which is totally arbitrary and nonsense. But because I do that, I need to have a bit more enthusiasm. So I'd actually say streaming drains me more than making videos does. I was very skeptical with projects like Star Citizen, who have loads more money than the original assessment for the project required, and who are allegedly spending all the extra money on making the game better, releasing it more languages and so forth. Star Citizen has grown to a massive monster release at this point. I have no idea how end product will meet the expectations of the consumers. Well, here's a funny thing that happens a little, but it shouldn't. What I want you guys to do, all right, is imagine you are on Kickstarter right now, okay? And you've just found you're going for your little medals on Kickstarter. You're right. On Kickstarter, there's loads of different categories. You can kickstart lots of different things and get like a medal for each one. You bizarrely, you've got one for all of them except gaming. So you're browsing gaming and you're trying to find a project you'd be happy to kickstart, okay? Now let's just imagine every single one of us in our minds right now, we're all financially in the place where we want to spend $20 on whatever this Kickstarter project is, okay? $20. And oh, look at that. Look, guys, look on that list. Look at the third one down on that list. Wow, that looks like a game you really want to play. That is your perfect game, actually. Hold on. Well, let's have a look. You click it and you read and you're like, wow, this is really cool. Wow. Yes, these people know exactly what. Yes, they understand. They understand me. This is the perfect product. Why doesn't this exist? Oh, look, they've just explained why this isn't on the market right now. Oh, my God. Yes, yes. Take my money. All right. There you go. You are happy. You're on Kickstarter and you've given them the $20. Okay. You've invested. Now we're going to split the timelines. All right. In timeline 1, you look at your Kickstarter project and it was asking for 20 grand, and guess what? It's got 23 grand. Okay. Cool. That's timeline 1. In timeline 2, you look and it's asking for 20 grand, but it's actually got $20 million of people invested in it. Okay. In theory, the version of you in timeline 1 should be no less that your expectations of the game shouldn't be too far from the other version of the money that has even more. Now, yes, logically you can say, well, look, they had a lot more funding, so I am expecting a slightly more complete product. But in the end, regardless of what that investment eventually got to, you thought it was worth a $20 Kickstart in the first place, and you in theory should find the bottom level of satisfaction anyway. So my point is that no matter how big a Kickstarter project gets, in theory, I believe that shouldn't cause more kickback because you already valued it. Do you get it? I know that's a very simplistic way of looking at things, and it's a generalization, but I do believe in that. I do believe that just because the numbers are bigger, it shouldn't affect your individual valuation of that product. I guess you've got the discussion of people who come in later and they only see it once it's already at 2 million, and now they only want to kickstart because they know it's a safe bet and they know that they're kickstarting a multi-million-dollar project, which is kind of completely backwards considering what Kickstarter is, but hey. Yeah, the other benefit of not having a face cam is I can eat boogers. You're right. You're right. I wouldn't say I pick my nose, but I do try to make sure it's clean up there, right? I do try to make sure it's clean. And I do worry that one day I might be idly, like, fiddling about with my nose, like, you know, like plucking a nose hair out or whatever. And, like, if I had a face cam, I would just start idly doing that. And I remember there was a thing online of some kid, I don't know, I guess it depends on the way you present yourself to the world, right? Like, there are some people out there who no one's going to give a damn if they're picking their nose on their stream. But, I don't know, there was some kid, and I think he picked his nose and ate it on a stream or something, and it became this huge thing. And I'm like, yeah, that would probably be me. I don't pick my nose and eat it, for what it's worth, but there's probably something I do while I sit around that someone would pick at. Pick at, do you get it? And, you know, it would mortify me. What's my opinion on ukulele? I watched Let's Plays of both Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie and DK64. I wasn't much of a Nintendo 64 player. Or that kind of era. But I certainly do very much enjoy those kind of hub world platformy style games, and I loved the Banjo-Kazooie Let's Plays I saw. I even played about a third of Banjo-Kazooie 1 with Kerry, but we haven't completed it. Just kind of a game we were playing for a while and never went too far with. How many blocks you got, bro? How many blocks you got? Not enough. Not enough. Why did I get pulled? That's outrageous. Kill the Guardian. Reckless dodge. Yes. Oh, why didn't you rally? What kind of moron? Hadn't even hit the Guardian. Hammer him. Right, we're going to Vengeance Stomp that. Do we still Vengeance Invulnerable? Let's hope we do. Did he already pop it? Did I get a rally for our friends? Yes, we won the mid-fight. Just. Look at that. Merlin Featherstone. Merlin Featherstone. Merlin Featherstone. Killed him with a Bull's Rush. That's why we're running it. People always talk about you to me. People say you should get a wolf plushie and have it like a cam like WP does with his potatoes. Yeah, it's fun. I do like it. I do like the potato thing. Alright, sure. Dodge a shit ton of my abilities with one dodge roll. That's fine. Oh, God. I don't want to talk about it. I guess the best way to land a final thrust is to... There we go. We're in range. We're in range. Oh, I should have just attacked him. I don't know why I went for that. I thought he was going to keep going. I am sincerely outnumbered right now, though. Sorry, bro. I couldn't have done anything there. I was too weak. I was too low. I was too low. Yeah, look. I was right to pull out of that. That's 4 of their players there. We do own close, and we've got a thief cap in far. So just watch whoever rotates, because they're probably gonna send someone far. Someone's gonna decide. Yeah, maybe that kiddo over there. Oh, what is going on in mid? What? Why are you fighting in mid? Oh my God. Fine. We're doing it live. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, why are you in there now? Why? Alright. Sometimes it's better to not do this. In fact, it was guaranteed better to not vengeance there. Oh, we did get one down. We did get one down. He instantly rallied though. That was pretty cool. Sadly, I've always seemed to be a Nintendo baby. Almost feel like my opinion's kind of corrupted. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. Anyway, those games were really cool, and I genuinely do believe that that's a genre that I don't understand why it has fallen so far from grace and why we see so little of that. Like, I really enjoy those, and I think that contemporary audiences, kids of today's generations, could enjoy those games just as much, and the humor of them, and the color of them, and I think that they're great games. So yeah, the talent behind Yooka-Laylee, the concept behind Yooka-Laylee, I think it's all a fantastic idea, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Didn't Kickstarter or anything like that. You guys have to understand, I'm not really a man that has money. Dude, what kind of awareness do you have? Alright, just stand out of the trap for a second. Taunt him in.
You control the gate.
See, the infinite block spam is just like, if I want to block anywhere remotely like that, guess what I have to do? I have to swap off of all my damage. Not just because I'm channeling the ability, but because the entire sodding weapon set is a load of shit. And all he has to do is just use a single ability and then go back to his regular damage. I really want to die before that guy. There we go, thank you. Yeah, misnumped. I don't know how the friend next to me died. I don't know how that guy died. I don't know where everybody died from. I had a guy. I had one. Are you excited for FF15 and the FF7 remake? I am excited for FF15. Not that excited about the 7 remake. Do I ever stream other MMOs? No. This is actually the only thing for 6 months that I have streamed. The only thing. I'm not standing in those traps. There's no point. He's dead. I will apparently quite comfortably zerg with my friends though over here. Hopefully we can engage on someone before the adrenaline runs out. No, we're not going to be able to, are we? They're still fighting over stillness. Well, fuck it, they can have it. They don't. I mean, if they take stillness, I don't really care if they only have 1 cap and we have 2. Well, I do care a little. 2v2 looks like it's about to happen here. Go on, use updraft. I know you want to. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it looks like to dodge everything an Ellie can do on DD.
Adrenaline, you can't stop me. That's how amazing I am.
And again. See, this is actually a good example of me being a good Ellie player and just knowing how to kill Ellies. If you actually watch where I dodged and went there, if you look at my health, I just dodged anything he could do that would hurt me. Just because I knew how he'd rotate through his attunements. Easy. That's a good example of why you should learn how to play lots of classes. Because you'll always be best at killing the builds that you know well. Well, unless it's a stupid counter-comp world. True shot.
You've captured the altar.
I'll destroy you all.
See, and Dragon Hunter, guess what I've not played any of? See, I don't even know what's hitting me so hard there. I popped my heal signet too much. I love how the axe got him. You ready? You ready, guys? Ready? Ready? Ready?
Your enemy sees the altar.
Oh, come on! That's not fair! That's not fair! He should have been dead. Yeah, block another true shot. Block some more traps.
Too low. Structural integrity.
This is just so... This is sickening. This is sickening. What am I supposed to do? I'm sorry, I played well there.
Points. Hold them at all costs.
Go for the stomp, bro. Go for the stomp. Don't DPS. Don't DPS. All right, we got this. We got this. We got this.
I'm too smart.
No, we don't. Wrong weapon set.
Accelerating. Lacking.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in those situations. Again, maybe a complete retrait. Maybe instead of Bull's Rush running Signet of Might or something so I can just be unblockable. Like all those shelter procs, all that stuff. If I just had a tool to get through it, I would have been fine. I don't know. Frustrating. Why aren't I excited for the FF7 remake? FF7's a great game, don't get me wrong. But the remake is... It's not really FF7. It's very, very different. And I mean, the only reason you'd be excited about that, I think, personally, unless your expectations are out of check, is because you like the story. Right? You have to be both a fan of Final Fantasy VII and, like, FF13. What is this guy doing? See, what am I supposed to do here? Waste a throw axe, get rid of the Aegis. I just can't do anything. This sucks.
You've got the temple.
I don't know why I came back here. Maybe we can bait a bunch of shitty abilities out with this.
The gate.
And then we need to engage quicker. Let's try and LOS him. Alright, or get 2v1s. I mean, that's also fine, right? We lost because of me. This isn't good. I shouldn't have come here. I shouldn't have waited. I shouldn't have zerged far twice like that. Should have helped them win mid, and then we could have swung it back in our favor. We just lost because of me. Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of the more recent Final Fantasy games either. It's just because it's got the FF7 name on it and just because they're characters that I know and it's going to be the same story. To me, I view it as a completely blank game and my excitement for new Final Fantasies isn't necessarily that high. Alright, I'm going to try and learn from my mistakes. It's just I feel like when I get to this situation, the mid-fight is already lost. Like, I'm a second too late here. Let's taunt to stop the res. There you go. We got 2 kills here. Maybe I'm wrong. No, they just all rallied, right? They just rallied on my friend. Dodge dragons more. Jump back in. Because, I mean, what else? No, man. No, it's just... What's the point? What's the point in 1v4? That would have been fine, but it's too late. That's trickling into mid, so I would have rather go far. I will do one more, because I'm really upset with that game. I didn't like that at all. Right, I'm going to head to bed. It's late. I'm going to get grumpy. Have a nice night. Oh, you stop by one of those streams every 2 to 3 months. Jeez. WP, does it irritate you Ellie can only have one weapon set at once? Not at all. They have attunements. They already have 20 weapon skills. I don't see why I would need 40. They have 20 weapon skills, but what ArenaNet have ended up doing is they've jam-packed their traits in such a way that each of your abilities that actually rotates your attunement, especially when you get to Tempest and they become overloads, they are also their own skills. So you actually get 40 skills, 5 for each of the 4 achievements. Sorry, 20 skills, 5 for each of the achievements, and then 5 on top of them, okay? So you actually have 25 skills on the left of your bar. And then when you go Tempest, those 4 skills on the top, sorry, you have 24 skills. And then once you go to Tempest, you get 28. 28 skills all over here. Not to mention glyphs and just no, it's fine. Or friggin' conjures. Ellie enjoys an awful lot of skills because it was one of the first classes that they designed. And same as Warrior. Warrior's got a lot of weapons, or classically had the most weapons of them all. See, what ArenaNet did was they built this arcadey system with the 5 skills on the left. And they kind of realized people wouldn't like it. People still bitch about it. People still say they don't have enough customization. People still say there aren't enough skills. So what they did when they originally released Guild Wars 2 and started releasing media and press about it, is they had their 2 classes stacked with loads of them just to make it seem like there was as much diversity as possible. And that was the Warrior first. And they introduced the system to us, but they say, don't worry, there's still a lot of customization, because look at all these weapons. You've got the rifle, you've got the longbow, you've got the sword, you've got the mace, you've got the axe, you've got all these different combinations you can do, blah, 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 blah. And then they did Ellie as well. Ellie was either the first or second that they did. I can't remember which order it was. And on Ellie, it was like, okay, here, you get less weapons, but Jesus, look at how much these achievements blow stuff out. And then slowly as the classes released, that argument wore away, you know. Till you had something as little as Thief. Yeah, I mean, I'm like a 5 out of 10 for the Final Fantasy VII remake. I really am. I have some old friends from school who I know would just, like, they're pissing their pants for it, right? Like, they would be messing their boxes, and they're definitely looking forward to it. But I wasn't that huge of a fan of 7. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm really not. I enjoyed it, and I played maybe 3 full playthroughs of it before. Most recent of which was about a year before Guild Wars 2 came out. And I never actually finished that playthrough, to tell you the truth. I got to around the Gold Saucer and stopped. I got to the... I'll tell you specifically where I got. I think it's the Rammer. No, it's not Rammer. There's a summon you get in this like little town that's just basically a giant pile of trash. That was where I stopped, just after the Gold Saucer. But before Cosmo Canyon, I think. For Ellie, is the Glyph of Elementals the only elite to use? No. Maybe one day ArenaNet will improve Tornado. My proposed improvement to Tornado, by the way, is increase the base damage on both the flat pulse that goes out, but also the abilities, okay? But it's not just increasing the flat damage. I actually think the CC is fine, and I think it's okay. It pulses enough. But here's the important thing. This is where you had a really flavorful, fun way of making Tornado smart. Like, if I was in charge of any balance change, this would be one of the first ones I'd enact. When the Elementalist leaves Tornado, it places the Tornado where you left, still active on the battlefield for the rest of its duration. So what this would do is the Tornado, for PvP, you could actually drop a Tornado on the node, leave it, and continue to bunk away, support people, or do your own damage. And you could create a field to support yourself in for a while. And that would absolutely justify the high recharge and the long cast time on it. I think that'd be really fun to be able to place the Tornado, leave it, and then do your own thing. That would be a really, really cool version of Tornado. It would give it a lot of use. It wouldn't actually make it more extreme. It would allow the Elementalist to do stuff. And you still get the flavor. You still get the fun part of actually being the Tornado if you want. And while you're the Tornado, why would you want to be the Tornado instead of just place it instantly? Well, being a mobile Tornado is useful in some situations, but also this would allow you to choose the mode it's in. Do you want to place it in lightning mode, rock mode, or blind mode? You have to make that decision and leave and then have it there. That's your downside, right? But by allowing people to stay in if they want, then they can on the fly change it. And there you go. That's Tornado. That would make it a fucking cool elite. A useful elite. An interesting elite. Glyph of Elementals cannot handle or keep up with any of the power creep that's currently going on in PvP. They just can't. They need much faster animations. They need to roll into their attacks quicker. I would have thought that would have changed with Heart of Thorns with the new AI routines and stuff that developed. I don't know, maybe only half the devs there know that that's been changed. But I do agree with the flip over skills they put on a while ago. Fiery Greatsword, I think, is actually, as far as Conquest is concerned, in an okay place. But I would increase the range on the auto by 300. And I would increase the radius on the 2. I wouldn't really know how much. I would know in my mind. I wouldn't know actually the numeric to give you. But I'd increase that so that it's more viable for Condi builds. Once again, this idea that you could actually place it on a node and then have it there. And yeah, that's all I think Fire Greatsword needs. I am very low division. I haven't been playing for very long for people who are asking. I'm only emerald about halfway through. Goal is somewhere in Ruby again. Maybe I'll push Diamond this season. I don't know. So Kevmate said FF7 was a phenomenal thing, but it was, in my opinion, it was overrated. Yeah, I actually think that you're right. I think overrated is something that's easy to knee-jerk to. Overrated doesn't mean bad. It just means people liked it generally or talk about it a bit more than it deserves. It doesn't detract from any of its qualities. Hooray for fucking up sleeping schedules. Hey, WP. I apologize, but you're not going to do too much fucking up here. Oh, look. Block, block. Block, 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 block. Finally. Oh, Dragon's Maw. Right as the block ended. This is outrageous. Like, what is that explosion of damage? He's still pushing me. He's still coming. He's still coming. I got peels there from that guy. Sneak gyro. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. Damn. Oh, see, and the heal turrets. Nope, nope, no, no, no. We swapped away from the wrong weapon at the wrong time. No. If Axe 5 actually reflected like the Thief equivalent. Shit. Why have I... See, what is this? Why? Why are all these people here? This is so annoying. No interest in the node, just flying at me. That's all that is, flying at me. Why do I have screen shake enabled? Because apart from shield, I actually think that one of the only places in the game that the devs design screen shake well is on the axe and sword swing animations for warrior. Really enjoy it. I feel, I don't know, it's purely a cosmetic thing. I just feel like it's a bit more impactful, the combat. Of course, he invulns, of course. Well, we just friggin' blew up a gyro. I suppose that's something, right? Elixir S, more invulns. This guy finally goes down. Reckless dodge, shield. Definitely want the shield there. That guy's low. Oh, come on! What are my teammates doing? Push these low assholes! What are you doing? Interrupted the bot. Here we go. Final thrust! No, no, no final thrust. No dream. Oh. Why was he just stood on the node, right? Like, weren't there two people back there just, like, on the node? Why? Why wouldn't you push the low people? What were you doing? What classes were they? They're just standing there. There's like 5% enemy players there, and no one on my team can think to either res me or push them. Why? Because they think that the node is all that matters. Don't you realise winning the team fight is what matters? I mean, really? Let's try a rev, shall we? Oh, he's got his thing up. Now here we see what's fun about revs. He just pushed me down there. He was just straight up better than me. Shiro just has more. Great. That was fun. Yeah, somebody said, why aren't you taking defense for endure? Yeah, I know. I honestly, Defy Pain is basically what I'm going to have to use to carry me through a lot of this stuff. It would help in the team fights, definitely. It would help in a lot of this stuff. It just means losing a lot of the damage, and when you lose the damage, like, I'm barely scoring the kills that I need to... Well, I don't know, maybe because then a bit more time would help. Revenants get all just the comfort of fucking... Oh, I get 2 of them for free whenever the balls I like. Except it's better, because it converts. See, look at this! Oh.
They took the henge.
Oh, you're saying... Well, see, I could run Endure Pain. Endure Pain would... I don't actually know what slot I'd rather, though. I just feel like... This is one of those classes I feel like is so starved for quality... Here's the thing, though. I don't think Warrior needs more quality of life. I think the other fucking classes need to have less of everything in the whole damn world. That's what I think needs to happen. I'm actually on 0 points this game. Holy crap. And we're halfway in. That's bad. I need to actually contribute something. But, yeah, I feel starved for quality of life compared to what everyone else gets. And obviously I'm going to feel that when I'm not running like a balanced, proper build. I appreciate that. Well, there we go. We got some points now. Now we don't have to cry ourselves to sleep. Yes, dodge the fear. Look at this shit. Do you know what that means when I see that? Do you know what that means? That means, oh, I have to leave now, otherwise, because you lose, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I had a full bar of Death Shroud. Actually, he zoned out of it already. Let's see if we can maybe make something happen here. Ready? Why did he epidemic? Oh. And how did he strip there? Spinal Shivers. Passive trait, procs, stripping up my only defense against anything he does. He fucking epidemicked me for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Only one because they had a 3-second health bar because he PvE'd the boss and got momentum against other people on my team. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. But hey, that's fine. No, it's okay. Alright, that's when you want to feel sad. That's when you know it's over. When you're losing to complete trash losers. That was epidemic. I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe it was. No. It could have been Rise. Maybe it was Rise. I don't know. Did they give Rise the same animation as Epi? We could go back and see. But whatever. Yeah, I'm far. Yeah, Reaper's incredibly powerful. High mobility, high durability, all kinds of things. Alright. 2v1, I need to leave. I have a Necro coming as well, but I'm not gonna stand there just to get slammed by them. Nope, that guy's dead already. Need to leave.
There's the power.
The chieftain has returned.
What? Why? What was that? What was it that pushed me back? Was it just his trait? Again, passive. Why is this guy here? What is going on? I've got 3 of them chasing me right now. Actually, maybe only 2. I'm not having any fun, guys. I'm not having any fun. Yeah, my team's winning. No thanks to me. No thanks to me. I'm playing it awful. Well, I'm already feeling that my experience playing today is nothing like my experience was playing yesterday. So I'm pretty sure that this is it for warrior for me. I'm done with the warrior. I'm done with it.
You've seized the henge.
Adrenaline is
Interrupted. Yes. Don't let him rally. Don't let him rally. No. And he rezzed. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? There's 3 low, but I've got no support. I can't 1v3. Just doesn't work in this game. That downstate. Nope. 3 low players? It means nothing. I mean, at worst, I could have put them all down, and then they all would have rallied when my much lower health friend went down.
oh yes, I
We won. I can't believe it. Oh, look. A Dragon Hunter trap to end it all. My 50th game ever as a warrior. Just got 1. WP, time to bust out your Necro. I don't think I want to play Necro this season. I had my fill of it last season, and I don't want to be doing the cheesy, everybody donate thing. Well, good game. Thank you for carrying me, team. Builds and classes shouldn't be considered balanced if some classes can beat them. It should be balanced when all classes can beat them as well as be beaten. No, that's bollocks. I don't really believe that. I don't believe that you're going to get a good game if your goal is to have 9 classes and not just... What do you mean, class or build? All right, first of all, let's live in world realistic for a second, where class is the same as build, all right? As in, there's only one good build for every class, all right? Let's live in that world, first of all. What you want is 9 classes that can all kill based on the skill of other players, the build of all 9 classes, and it's pure skill between each. I actually don't think that's any good. Everyone being a jack of all trades like that, I think makes for poor spectatability, makes for poor balance and team synergies, right? Like from a team-wide level. And I think it's a razor-thin wire that you'll never hit. I much prefer rock, paper, scissors. I actually don't mind if my warrior build, this crappy warrior build, is destined to only kill glass LEs and thieves or something, right? Like, but the thing is with Guild Wars 2, it's never clear cut where a build matches, whether it's good that a build is matching up well or poorly against certain things. And there is rock, paper, scissors to an extent, and you'll hear the very good players who really, really dive into it talk about that rock, paper, scissors element of the game. But I don't think it's anywhere near as pronounced as it should be. I don't believe, in all honesty, that me with Berserker stance and 2 Condi cleanse on my Berserk mode should have a comfortable time. Oh, and resistance on Heelsig. Should have a super comfortable time killing Condi classes. I've put a bit of Condi resistance on there. I've not stacked heavily on there. But the thing is, I have no ins offensively. I have no offensive counters for them. They have counters for my counters at the moment, and that's where it feels ridiculously unfun, right? Like, oh, you have some resistance? Fine, I'll strip it on all my autos. Why is that a thing? Oh, because we didn't want the Chronomancers, which is a completely different class unrelated to this, on a previous season, which we've already nerfed in other ways. But, okay. Right, like, I should be able to play whatever I want and have a chance of winning. Why should I change class? Because that's too idealistic. I don't think it's unhealthy for an MMO to encourage people to play other classes. Some classes should have strengths that others do not. That's what makes playing a class defined and interesting, and that adds to your motivation to try other classes. It's okay for other games, right? Do you think Team Fortress 2, not that that's the most ultimately competitive game out there, but do you think that thrives because all classes can fight all other classes? No, like there's distinction there. I don't think it's unhealthy to encourage you. No, you shouldn't be comfortable playing the only thing. If you want to play a single class, I would argue you have to learn the weaknesses of your class and account for those in your rotations. But your weaknesses will exist. WP, if you play a really good warrior build, you're not too far off, but this is playing a pretty shit one. Yeah. I agree. No, I don't believe that playstyle should be the defining factor. I think it should be a healthy mix of both. I think theory craft, rock, paper, scissors, and build craft, the comp you load in with, should be a big defining element of the game. And it makes balance an easier thing to accomplish as well. Because you live in Cloud Cuckoo Fairyland if you think 9 classes are going to be able to match fairly against 9 other classes. It's just not going to happen. It's not. It's not. Not with the amount of other things that get balanced with this game. I'm aware that I'm not in a queue, guys, and that is because that was the last game. I've been streaming for far too long. I actually only wanted to stream for an hour. We've gone for well over double that. So yeah. Join me tomorrow for some Team Fortress 2. I'll be playing heavy. I'm looking for a good medic. Send me a message in the Spud Club if you play a good medic, and we'll go around, you know, blowing people up with you making me invulnerable. I'll give you a cool Oculus Rift hat, and we'll all have a good time. And yeah. I don't want to spend ages going far only to find a dragon hunter as a thief. Yeah, except if you're in comms with your friends and you're watching Respawn and you understand what's going on, you wouldn't do that. That's called having skillful rotations and understanding what's going on in the game. But yeah, wow, it's almost been 3 hours. All right, well, cheers, guys. Hope you all had fun. Season 2 has begun. Hope you enjoy a little. And I'll see you next time, everybody.